From KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102, broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
It's Friday night. The Eagle 102 High School Football Game of the Week is on the air. Tonight's game, featuring the best of area high school football, is sponsored by
Bowling Green Chevrolet, Cellular and Satellite Center, Ingram Plumbing, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Mutual Insurance, County Market in Louisiana, Bowling Green Pharmacy, Mid-America Auto and Towing, Bank of Louisiana, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Bowling Green Insurance, the Mercantile Bank, Bowling Green Tractor, Community State Bank, Family Drug, Mike's Tire Service, Cindy Blaylock Insurance, Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice, Hogue Ford, Todd Watts Realty, Perkins Electrical Services, All Parts, Young Enterprises Incorporated, Calumet of Missouri, and J&D Tire and Auto.
Now, the Eagle 102 Game of the Week.
And welcome to Bowling Green. It's district time. High school football on KJFM tonight. Mark Fronick, Jim Ross here at Bowling Green High School as the number 4 seed Bobcats take on the number 5 seed Macon Tigers. And Jim, both of these teams identical 4-5 records, so it makes sense that they're in the 4-5 matchup.
It certainly does, and for the first time this year that a game I've been to anyway, similar size rosters. So, we've had a number of games this year where schools haven't had in the 20s, in their roster size. But both of these clubs have like numbers, and so we expect a close football game. And
you said it before we went on the air. Macon this season had to pretty much start from scratch. They graduated 11 players, and they were pretty important players.
And of those 11 players, that was 17 starting positions. So some of those guys went both ways. So, and basically they lost their entire skill players, all their skill players with the exception of a wide receiver. And so they've pretty much had to rebuild. The quarterback, they were grasping for a quarterback. Even in the summer, they still didn't have any idea who was going to play quarterback. And then the person that won the job got hurt the first game of the year at the Kirksville game. And so they've scrambled around, and now I think you told me the Kloss fellow, the coach's son, who is actually a cornerback, a very good cornerback, he'll start at quarterback for him this year. Not unlike what Bowling Green's gone through and having some issues at the quarterback position early in the year as well.
And I think Bowling Green's going to go through that kind of rebuild next year as well, as they are a very senior-heavy club.
What do we see? 17 seniors at senior night. So they're gonna find out the pain that Coach Pete Kloss is living through this year in his rebuild year.
But this is a 4-5 matchup, so anything can happen here tonight. Excited to start digging into this one and see what we can find out over the next several hours. It's district football week number 1, the Class 2 District 6 tournament. Bowling Green, the 4 seed, Macon, the 5 seed, and we'll continue with the pregame show after this on KJFM.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green, and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Oh, you're right, Jim. It got cold once the sun went down. It was a beautiful day today, but I think we've got the diehards in their seats right now. I think it's going to be a late arriving crowd here for Bowling Green as they host this district opening week game.
If anybody's smart, they're sitting in the car listening to the pregame with us with the heater running. Yeah, I was out grabbing something at the concession stand when the sun went down and the temperature went down like 10 degrees while I was standing there. It was like, oh, my goodness.
Terrible. Let's look at the rest of this Class 2 District 6 bracket. You got that 1-8 matchup as Van Far, along with R6, has had to travel up to Clark County. That's a tough test in the opening round for the Van Far Indians.
Yeah, Clark County one loss on the season. That loss was to Centralia, who's undefeated. So, traveling to Clark County, a long trip to Cahokia, Missouri. And they're going to run into a bus all up there.
And another tough matchup is that 2-7 matchup, Clopton-Ellsbury, the Indian Hawks having to travel to Monroe City.
Yeah, Monroe City coming off a big win, an emotional win last week over Palmyra in their rivalry game. And of course, they're 6-3 on the season, and that's a tough challenge as well. Interesting going into the CCC. There's always been the debate over the years about the EMO versus the CCC, and the back and forth about that. I think when we get into this pregame, we'll give you some examples of why the CCC is a pretty daunting deal.
And another matchup from the CCC in that 3-6 matchup is Palmyra hosts Highland tonight.
And Highland actually upset South Shelby last week, so they're on a high, as good a high as they've been all year. But, again, they've got to travel to Palmyra, down in the hole behind the middle school there, and that's always a tough place to play.
Yeah, with all those headlights and taillights staring at you from the tailgate section.
Exactly.
Class 1 District 6, Louisiana having to travel to Brentwood tonight. That's actually a rematch from earlier in the season, a game that Brentwood won.
41-20, I think, was the score of that game. And, of course, Louisiana has been fighting the number issues all year, but it's become chronic here towards the end of the season, so they've got their work cut out traveling down to the city. Also
in that district, South Shelby, we mentioned them a little earlier. They're the 3 seed hosting Mark Twain, the 6 seed tonight.
Yeah, that's an interesting matchup, a rejuvenation of an old CCC rivalry as Mark Twain got out of the Clarence Cannon, 3 or 4 years ago now, I guess. Mark Twain's kind of had a middle-of-the-road year, and so has South Shelby. So that game's up for grabs, although anytime you got to go to South Shelby to play, that's a tough nut as well.
I was just watching the Bowling Green warm-up, and Deontay Fleming was running a deep route and tripped over the Gatorade bottles at the goal line and took a nasty spill, but he seems to be okay.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Injured by Gatorade.
Yeah, one of your top players, at least the last few weeks. He's been on fire for Bowling Green, both offensively and defensively.
He certainly has. Bowling Green on a 2-game winning streak as they defeated Clopton-Ellsbury 2 weeks ago, and then Van Far last week in a very balanced game last week. They got a lot of good running out of Bowen and Dieters, and Brakefield had a nice game at the quarterback. Hit Fleming on a long gainer in that ball game. So they're coming in on a high for sure. While Macon has lost 5 of their last 6.
Wow.
Yeah, their last win was against Brookfield, a pretty good team that's just had a rough season, lost a bunch of close games. Macon started out 3-0 on the season, defeating Kirksville, Highland, and South Shelby. And then they ran the gauntlet: Monroe City, Moberly, Clark County, Palmyra, Centralia. That's what we talked about in the CCC.
I think he ran 2 gauntlets.
Yeah, it's a tough nut when you've got, let's see, Moberly 6-3, Monroe City 6-3, Clark County 8-1, Palmyra 6-3, Centralia is undefeated. That's what Macon's come through. So they've got their daubers down a little bit, I would suspect, losing their last 2 games, Palmyra at home and then at Centralia, both close games, 22-8 and 21-7. But they'll be fit to be tied for a win here tonight. So we expect this to be very, very competitive. If you want to try and look at comparable scores, I don't know what that tells you really, but Bowling Green, they have two common opponents. Bowling Green played South Shelby and Palmyra, as has Macon. Bowling Green lost 16-12 to South and 34-14 to Palmyra, while Macon defeated South Shelby 49-28 and lost to Palmyra 22-8. So you can draw whatever conclusions you would like from those comparable scores. But, as we know, when it comes to playoff time, you can kind of throw all that stuff out the window.
Exactly.
Let's strap it up and go.
We're at 18 minutes to kick off here at Bowling Green. It's the opening week of the Class 2 District 6 tournament. 4-5 matchup. Bowling Green and Macon coming up on KJFM.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Are you still looking for a bank that knows you by name, offers convenient hours and hometown service? Look no further than Community State Bank of Missouri. Hello, this is Paul Hill. Our pleasant staff is here to welcome you and service all your banking needs. So stop by our office in Bowling Green or Troy and experience the difference. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
Well, Jim, what I've got written down on my keys to the game is Bowling Green needs to control the clock. Don't get bogged down by penalties. They've hurt themselves with penalties quite a bit this season. And just play for each other. I mean, get that family mojo going against this Macon team that, like you said, has struggled. So they're looking for something good to happen. So Bowling Green has to strike early.
Without question, they've driven deep in the opponent's territory a number of times this year and had penalties and silly mistakes take them out of a scoring range, and they've got to be able to capitalize on that tonight. The other key to the game, I think, is going to be the weather. You know, it's going to be cold, and who can handle that cold weather the best? Because I'm going to tell you, back in the day, you and I played. They used to have parkas on the sidelines, and when you came off, you could put those on and warm up. And if you're playing in college or in the pros, you got the warm seats that you sit on. You don't have any of that here.
No.
If you're standing on the sideline, and it looks like there's not much of a breeze, so that could be a break. But you just get cold because in football attire, you're not wearing a whole lot of clothing. In fact, just to give up a little trade secret, we used to wear ladies' pantyhose because they would keep you warm underneath your football.
Now they got those thermal tights and stuff.
Yeah, they do. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of those. And I saw a couple of the officials as I was walking in. And they look like they're about 20 pounds over their normal weight because I'm sure they've got layered up clothes on as well. So, yeah, trying to stay warm and handle the football, the quarterbacks being able to handle the football and throw the football, those are going to be key. And, of course, taking care of the football is always usually if you lose the turnover game, you lose the football game.
Definitely. So the band getting ready to come out. Our national anthem just minutes away, and we'll have starting lineups and kickoff still to come here on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. You won't have to get out in the weather. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more about online banking and bill pay at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet. Their selection will surprise you with prices that can't be beat. Bowling Green Chevrolet is just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Nice job by the Bowling Green Bobcat Band performing the national anthem tonight ahead of this district opener between the Bobcats and the Macon Tigers here tonight. And our starting lineups for this ball game as they play this fight song. We'll start with the offensive starters for the number 4 seed Bowling Green Bobcats. They're 4-5, coached by Kevin Kriedemeyer. On the line, number 77, a senior, Andrew Biggs, a junior, number 76, Jacob Bowen, a senior, number 60, Braden Perez, a junior, number 54, Shea Butler, and a senior, number 52, Ethan Eberhardt. The receivers are all seniors. Number 1, Hunter Smith. Number 3, Austin Callahan. Number 17, Deontay Fleming. And number 88, George Niemeyer. And in the backfield, the starting running back will be number 32, a senior, Gavin Dieters. And the quarterback will be the junior, number 8, Nick Brakefield. So there's your offensive starters for the Bobcats. The defense for Macon, they're also 4-5. They're the 5 seed. And on the defensive line, they'll have 5 men up front. A junior, number 52, Austin Warren. A junior, number 63, Logan Ferris. A senior, number 75, Max Cook. A senior, number 77, Caden Phillips. And a senior, number 4, Dominic Mitchell. The linebackers, just 2 of them. A junior, number 2, Jacob Nelson. And a sophomore, number 38, Bowden Pillars, rather. The secondary, sophomore, number 3 at safety, Christian Reichberg. And number 32 at safety, senior, Garrett Blaze. The cornerbacks, a senior, number 15, Timmy Watts, and a senior, number 10, Brennan Moots. And that's the starting defense for the Macon Tigers.
Pete Klaus is the head coach. He's been there 17 years. This
Wow.
is the 17th season. And old school 5-2 defense, they are big up front. If you looked at the size and the weights of those guys on the front line, they're big guys. So the offensive line from Bowling Green will have to be on their game tonight to move those big fellas around so Bowling Green can move the football.
Had to put my hat back on. It's cold. We're in a heated press box, but I'm in front of an open window. I've got my own heater coming up from behind, but I'm still cold.
You know, a young guy like you, it's got nice, good blood flow through his veins. This shouldn't be a problem at all for you. An old guy like me, when your veins are starting to contract a little bit, and then you get cold and freeze to death, you know. So it's good that you're over there by that window.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate that.
I think
it's right toasty over here.
A visit to the cardiologist is in my future. I don't think the blood's pumping quite like it should.
Bowling Green will be dressed in their home blacks from head to toe, I believe, tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And Macon in their road whites with black pants. Macon Tigers. Nice place up there. They've had good football teams for a long time up there, going back to the Hugh Dunn era. I don't know if you won't remember Hugh Dunn. The field's actually named after Hugh Dunn at Macon High School. Walt Thompson came in after him, and then Pete Kloss, and Pete's been there ever since. So some consistency in their coaching, and sometimes, when you see the coaches stick around like that, that's why you see consistency in a program as well.
And you see the coach coaching a kid and then coaching that kid's kid 15, 20 years later.
Right. And actually, Pete Kloss's son, we're assuming it's his son, is going to play quarterback, Blake, tonight for Macon. And so that always adds a little different dynamic. Coach K, he's been here. This is his second season. Of course, he's been in the coaching profession for a while. Came to Bowling Green from Unity. Is that right, I think?
Yeah.
One more time.
So two veteran coaches with two squads that are evenly matched in terms of numbers and record, and we would expect to have a very evenly matched competitive football game here this evening. We're glad to have you with us.
And we're waiting for both teams to come back out of the locker room and make their way into this Bowling Green football stadium. About 8 minutes until kickoff here at Bowling Green. We'll take a break, come back with more of the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Junior. Number 4, Dominic.
Well, we'll keep it here a minute, Jim.
Welcome back.
Senior defensive back, number 10.
Oh, yeah, well, that's
Been known for its
there it
outstanding
is.
plumbing service.
Opportunity provider.
Tonight's action's being brought to you by Liggins Flooring, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Eolia Landscaping Supply.
Some people just have a knack for being there when you need them the most. Like your third grade classmate who sticks up for you against that bully. The neighbor who gives you a jump start. And the friend who chases away that flock of geese at your outdoor wedding. Your State Farm agent has your back too, through good times and the not so good. And who's got your agent's back? State Farm, the company people have trusted for more than 90 years. We're here to help life go right.
Visit Cindy Blaylock Agency in Louisiana.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, new owner of Mike's Tire and Service Center. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring that they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections, air conditioning services, brakes, shocks, custom exhausts, as well as minor repairs. Mike's Tire and Service Center, business 61 North in Bowling Green.
Tonight's game on KJFM brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Hinky Construction, and Meyer Implement.
High school for this first round.
Well, just looking around, you notice Macon brought their band fully dressed out in their uniforms as they come out of the locker room.
That's exactly right. We're trying to break a new guy in on the board tonight, so we apologize for the technical issues. He's just been in the radio business basically all of his life.
Yeah,
but, we'll give him a couple commercial breaks to get his feet underneath of him. But yeah, I don't know if in a high school game, I can't remember if I've ever seen a visiting team's band at the game. But they don't have bleachers for them. I guess maybe they'll sit over there. Is that what that's set up for? I don't know. Good crowd from Macon across the way. And I know they've got a radio station here as well, along with coaches over in the press box on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah, they had so many coaches, they actually had to put two of them upstairs over on this side, too. So
teams aren't running out here in any hurry.
Well, there's Macon finally making their way toward the visitors' sideline. Misha says this is a neutral game. So that's maybe that's why the band is here or something, but it's definitely going to have a Bowling Green home game feel.
Without a doubt.
Let's look at the officials for tonight's game.
Out of the Mark Twain Officials Association, Mark Bross is the referee. Andrew Jensen, Mark Butler, Ben Baylor, and Logan Epperson are the officials for tonight's game.
Logan didn't stay out of the game very long, did he?
No, he didn't.
Seems like he was just running
playing
back
at Mark Twain,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So good to see a young guy getting his earning his stripes here in this playoff game. So hopefully things will go well for that officiating crew as well.
If this is his first year, I'm sure that he has thought about every conversation he always ever had with an official, because they probably come back to haunt him this year.
Yeah. He and the pucker factor is pretty high going into this play. If this is his first year, and I don't know that to be a fact, but
it's got to be the first couple of years at least.
Playing in a playoff game, that we like to talk about it in basketball, but it's the same thing in football. It's survive and advance, and so the tension level and the intensity of the players and the coaches goes up exponentially when you start in this district level of play, both in any sport for that matter. And so we'll expect to see some high intensity emotional play here this evening.
As Bowling Green planted the flag and now comes to the near sideline. We'll take a quick break, a final break before kickoff as they get ready to flip the coin here before playoff football. The opening round of the Class 2 District 6 tournament is coming up next on KJFM.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of our mobile and online banking services like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Phone data rates may still apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Chevrolet, and Family Drug.
Captain's at the 50-yard line, meeting with the officials. The coach is still in the huddle as well. The captains for Bowling Green looks like Ethan Everhart, Jacob Bowen, and let's see here. Who was the third one? Clay Lazier is the third captain for Bowling Green. Before this, actually, there's four of them. One's not dressed. I can't see who he is.
And we talked about size for Macon. We were talking about this in the pregame. One of the captains for Macon is Caden Phillips. He is listed at 6'6", 309 on the program. And
he's kind of a chameleon at 6'6", because, when he was warming up, he didn't look that big. Now he's out in that huddle. He looks huge.
He's a head taller than everybody, the officials and all. Macon wins the toss. They'll defer to the second half, so Bowling Green will get the football to start the game, and they'll move from our left to our right. If you've got friends and neighbors outside the area, we are streaming this, or you can watch it on video on KJFM Eagle102.net. So pull it up as you can get this game any number of ways. And, of course, if you're like me and like the old-fashioned radio, 102.1 FM. Mark, good to be with you. First playoff game of the year this year.
Stretching it out over here.
Stretching it out. Yeah, exactly right.
Did you dress up for Halloween last night?
I don't have to dress up.
I didn't know what to expect. But we had more kids last night than we've ever had since we've lived in our house. We've lived there, over 10 years.
As cold as it was.
Oh, my goodness. I think everyone stayed in their own neighborhoods is what it was. Usually they go over to the subdivisions, and clean them out. But we had a lot. So I put together a costume last minute. I put on all my goalie gear and my Blues jersey and –
Oh, come on, you're kidding.
No, I did.
No, I'm joking. I would have guessed that, yeah.
I had the catching glove full of candy, so the kids would come up, I'd open up the glove, and there'd be all the candy that they get.
Michael Lanier will kick it away for Macon. Again, moving from our right to our left. Back deep is Hunter Smith and Austin Callahan for the Cats, as we're ready to go here in the 2019 version of the state high school Class 2 football playoffs. Everybody stands around. The official's going to finally set the clock, and we're ready to go. As Lanier eyes it with the right foot from the 40-yard line, it's a pooch kick to the right side. It's going to be caught by an up back on the far sideline. He's out across the 40 to about the 43. We'll try and pick up who that was. Still haven't seen anybody come out of there with the football. Have you, Mark?
I think he left it with the side judge.
Well, so we didn't see who that was, and as we've told you throughout the year, these Bowling Green numbers are challenging to see. Red on black with silver trim, And so it makes it a little challenging. Both teams like to run out of the spread. We've seen it all year from Bowling Green. Brakefield at the quarterback position, and he'll have Dieters in the backfield. Bowen will cycle in as the game wears on as well. Callahan will come in motion and go behind the backs, and they'll fake the handoff up the middle and run the option down the left side. And Callahan, Brakefield gets to the midfield stripe and is going to be knocked down. And did he pitch it to Dieters? He may have pitched it as well, but he didn't go very far on the pitch. But they're in the Macon territory with the first play from scrimmage. Starting from their 42, now they're at the 49-yard line of Macon. It'll be second and a long one. Good play on the first play from scrimmage, something we really haven't seen a lot of that all year. So Coach K pulling some tricks out of the playbook right off the bat. Brakefield will hand it off this time. We've got a flag on the play. Off right tackle. Dieters will have first down yardage, but we'll have to check the flag.
And away from the ball, Callahan got thrown down after the whistle.
Well, they didn't blow it dead, but it is illegal procedure. I thought on a false start you killed the play, but they did not on that particular play. As Coach K is looking for explanation, maybe it was a formation issue, which creates a procedure problem. As Bowling Green coach getting some explanation from the side judge. And they'll mark off 5 yards from the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage, back to what should be the 46-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 6.
You talk about Coach K maybe getting a little creative in this game. Do you think at some point you try some trickery with your former starting quarterback Callahan, maybe tossing a?
Well, I would think so. I actually saw him throwing the ball around a little bit in the pregame, so that might indicate something is in the works. Out of the shotgun once again, Dieters in the backfield, twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. That's Fleming. You always have to keep an eye on him. Brakefield on a long snap count this time, hands it off, fakes it. He's going to keep it. Breaks outside, now cuts it inside. Nothing doing there. He had some room to the outside, but he'll pick up about a yard out to the 47-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats. 10:43 to play in the first. Just underway here from Bowling Green High School. Mark Froning, Jim Ross, glad to have you with us here for this high school playoff football game. We'll try and keep you up to speed on some scores from around the area as we go along tonight, as everybody's in action tonight.
Looked like Brakefield on that run, maybe when he made his cut, lost his footing a little bit. Still fought for a couple of yards.
3rd and 5. Brakefield on a 3-step drop. He's going to swing it out to Dieters to the right. He looks for some space. Not much doing there. He'll pick up maybe another yard to about the 48, maybe 49. It'll be 4th down. Well, we're going to find out what Coach Kriegmeyer thinks about this game right here. Is it 4-down territory? Looks like he's going to punt it away.
Yeah, playing it a little conservative here to start.
That's a wise move. Flip the field, try and pin Macon back in their own end if you can. Deontay Fleming's had a pretty good season punting the ball. Christensen Reichenberg is back deep for Macon. Fleming to punt it away. The snap is good. And he'll get it away. A line drive punt that hits the 25, takes a Bowling Green roll, and Reichenberg picks it up at about the 11, and he's in a peck of trouble. He's got about 6 cats around him, and he'll dance around about 4 or 5 different times and go absolutely nowhere. And they'll spot it just outside the 10, about where he picked it up. And that's where Macon will have it, their first series of downs on the offensive side of the football. So exactly what Coach K was hoping for, pin Macon in their own end and see what they can do offensively. They had to, as we talked in the pregame, their original quarterback was injured. I don't know if he's back or not. And it looks like Blake Kloss is going to start at quarterback. He is, I believe, the coach's son, and they run the same formation. Spread twins to the right, twins to the left, single running back in the backfield. They'll hand it off to that running back up the middle. He'll pick up some positive yards, about 6 on the carry. And that was, that was Mitchell, Dominic Mitchell, out of his tailback position. Good positive yards. Looks like they'll give him 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Macon. So they can get out of the shadows of the goalpost with that first carry, and now they can maybe open up the playbook a little bit.
And when I was talking to the coaches from Macon early on tonight, there was discussion between them who was starting quarterback tonight. So they could also have some surprises in store for Bowling Green in this game.
Without a doubt. On second down, 2nd and 4, ball on the 16-yard line. They'll hand it off to Mitchell once again, straight up the gut. He's got first down yardage. Still moving the pile. He's dragging 3 and 4 or 5 Bobcats with him out across the 30-yard line. Man, tough running by Dominic Mitchell for Macon, and he has a first down.
Got to get somebody around those ankles.
Absolutely. He's not a very big guy. 5'7", 184, so he's stocky. But he carried the pile that time. So on first down, Macon on the move. They'll run the same play, straight up the gut. And Bowling Green hasn't stopped it yet. We saw that in the Louisiana Schuyler County game. If you can't stop what we're going to run, we're going to keep running it till you prove you can, and that's what's going on right now for Macon.
Or wear you out trying.
Gain of 6 once again. 2nd and a short 4. Ball rests on about the 41-yard line, still in Macon territory. First offensive possession for Macon. Bowling Green was 3 and out on their first possession, down to 7:40 to play in the first quarter, no score. Class trips to the right this time. He'll send Mitchell in motion towards the score table, and they'll throw a deep one, and it's got a receiver open, and he drops it right through the fingertips of the intended receiver.
Garrett Blaze.
Man, oh man, that had touchdown written all over it. I think Blaze might be one of their returning seniors on the offense, and he's been able to stretch the field out for them all year. That is correct. Just couldn't find the handle. That pass, if that guy's a backup quarterback, that one was right on the money.
Yeah.
And threw it deep.
It looked like he was going to be overthrown, but the tail end of it just kind of died out and put it right on the fingertips of the intended target.
3rd and 4. They'll hand it off up the middle of Mitchell again. He's got some space right up the gut across the 40 down to or 50 down to the 45. As they've seen something on film with the Bobcats, and they are just blowing it straight up the gut. And Mitchell with another big gain, 15 yards that time on the carry, into Bowling Green territory at the 44-yard line. They'll have first down.
Change up the personnel defensively, Bowling Green. I wonder if they'll add a little more meat up front to try and combat this.
Well, I told you the offensive and defensive line for Macon, they are huge, and they've been making some gaping holes. They'll hand it off once again, this time to a different running back. That's Blaze. He breaks it for a big one down to the 20, inside the 15, and he'll be knocked down at about the 11-yard line. So they bring the wide receiver to the tailback position. He is their fastest player, according to their preseason notes, and they're going to mark it at the 12-yard line, and he just almost broke that for a touchdown.
Yeah, he faked a move up the middle and then cut to the outside, and there was just no one close for Bowling Green for quite a while.
So 1st and 10, they can still get a first down as the ball rests on the 12-yard line of Bowling Green. Out of the spread once again. Double tight end set this time. They'll fake the handoff, and the quarterback, Klaus, will keep it. Nothing doing there. He's tripped up. Actually, they didn't have Klaus in at quarterback that time. They had Michael Lanier in at quarterback, who kicked it away. He's a freshman, I believe.
Hayden Finley got him by the ankles and pulled him down.
Got a player limping for
on the play brings up a 2nd and 13.
Macon, number 17, who is Cruz Lewis, but he gets to the sideline under his own power. So it'll be a loss of about 2 back to the 14, where it'll be 2nd and 14 for the Tigers. 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. On the jet sweep this time, they hand it off. Mitchell cuts it up inside this time. Not a lot of running room for him. Or check that. That was Reichenberg. And he'll pick up positive yardage, get back past, just barely past the original line of scrimmage. They're going to give him about, what are they going to give him? About
2.5.
4, yeah. 4 on the carry, so it makes it 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Down to 5:30 to play in the quarter. No score. We're in the first. At quarterback is Class this time. He'll send trips to the left, single receiver to the right, and bring Blaze in motion to the right side. Drops back, looks, throws it across the middle. He's got him wide open, and it's too tall. Intended that time for the wide receiver,
Timmy Watts.
And it falls incomplete.
Cole is incomplete. Brings up 4th down for the Tigers.
4th and along 6. They will go for it, I'm sure. They are in field goal range, but you don't see too many high school kickers
going for 3
in the area that kick field goals. Other than most coaches are happy to have somebody that can kick an extra point.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go, the first 4th down of the game, where the offense goes for it. Klaus is going to fake the handoff, look to pass, under pressure, rolls out, flips it out to Reichenberg in the left flat, and he's going to be close to the first down yard. He's got inside the 5. We'll have to see where they mark it, and they're going to mark it inside the 5 in a first down.
Ooh.
At about the 1.5-yard line. Reichenberg took a big hit.
Austin Callahan cut his legs out from under him, but it wasn't soon enough, apparently.
So 1st and goal for the Tigers on their first offensive possession of the night. They have driven from their own 11-yard line and threatening to an 89-yard drive here on this first possession. Klaus now at the quarterback. Trips to the right, and they'll hand it straight up the gut this time. And in for the touchdown is number 4, Dominic Mitchell. 2-yard run for Mitchell, and he puts Macon on the scoreboard with 4:39 to play in the first quarter. Well, they ran what they've had success with the entire drive, Mark, right up the gut. And even though the defense stiffened that time, he was able to get it across the end line. They'll kick the extra point, will the Macon Tigers. Kicking for them is number 15, Timmy Watts. Snaps good, ball's away. It is a high and long kick and good. So with 4:39 to play in the first quarter, the Macon Tigers 7, the Bowling Green Bobcats nothing. You're listening to District Football Action on Eagle 102.
The human body can run like a well-oiled machine, but just like machines, they occasionally need attention. A lot of times because of accidents, injuries, or even general wear and tear, the body breaks down. This is Keith Oakes, Director of the Physical Therapy Department at Pike County Memorial Hospital. That's where therapy services can get you back to normal, daily activities. Don't let pain keep you from enjoying life. Let PCMH's team focus on your recovery so you can focus on what matters to you. Pike County Memorial Hospital, community-owned, nationally known.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of our mobile and online banking services like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Phone data rates may still apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bowling Green Insurance and Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice.
Lanier will kick it on the ground. It'll be picked up by one of the big offensive linemen that time. And he runs it forward like, hey, I've got the football. Actually, he used to be an offensive lineman.
It's Hayden Finley.
Right, and he was a lineman before, and now they've kind of moved him into a tight end position, changed his number to 21. So he's got some experience handling the football, so good work by him. So Bowling Green will have great field position at their own 43-yard line, trailing 7-0. Trips to the left this time, twins to the right. They'll bring Callahan or check that Smith in motion, and Brakefield under heavy pressure, but he gets away from the rush, and he'll just run out of bounds and get back to the line of scrimmage. Nearly a late hit that time by
38 Bowden Pillars.
That was close. Gave him a shove. He didn't really tackle him, but boy, he was very near the sideline and appeared to have been giving himself up, actually.
Yeah.
But no flag on the play, and Brakefield was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Twins to the right and to the left. They'll bring Callahan in motion. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep to the left. Off left tackle out across the 50, and he's going to have a first down. Don't see a flag on the play. Good running by Austin Callahan. Looks like they'll mark it at about the 47-yard line, or 46.5 maybe. 47 is what it's going to be of Macon. First down yardage for the Cats.
I like that role for Callahan, kind of a multi-purpose type wide receiver.
Nice sustained drive is what Bowling Green needs right here. 8 guys in the box for Macon, and they'll run it up the middle. The Cats, I believe that's Dieters off left tackle. He finds some running room as well. He'll pick up about 5. Get ahead of the chain, so it'll be a nice, manageable 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats. We're down to 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Macon on top, 7-0. 2nd and 5 for Bowling Green. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left this time. Dieters in the backfield with Brakefield out of the shotgun. He'll take the snap, and Brakefield will roll to his right. He'll look to pass. Now he's going to run. He's across the 40, breaks it to the outside to the sideline, and knocked out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So good run by Brakefield, picking up a first down once again for the Bobcats.
Outrunning the big man, Caden Phillips, 77 for Macon. Beat him to that sideline before he took a beating.
Got a good block by Dieters out of his tailback position to spring him free. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats from the Macon 32-yard line, down to 3:30 to play, or 3:35 I should say, to play in the first quarter. Single receivers to the right and to the left. Throw it short into the flat to the tight end, and it falls incomplete. That was intended for Finley, Hayden Finley. As we just said, they moved him to a tight end position.
Jacob Nelson on the coverage, and they said he got there exactly at the right time. It looked like it may have been a little early.
Maybe just a little bit early. Yeah, that's most of the Bowling Green faithful agree with you. So it's 2nd and 10. Brakefield this time will roll to the left. Gets another block by Dieters. Now he's going to stop. He's going to have to get rid of it. He does. Finds the receiver in the middle field. It's caught at the 20, at the 15, at the 10. He's going to be drugged down inside the 5-yard line. That is
Michael Starks.
Michael Starks with a nice catch. Jumped high right in the middle of the field, and good run.
Yeah, that wasn't the prettiest pass you'll ever see. It was kind of end over end. And
Brakefield was under heavy pressure, but good running after the catch for Starks. So they're in business inside the 5-yard line are the Cats. 1st and goal. Trips to the left this time, single receiver to the right. They'll hand it to Dieters. He'll run off left tackle. He's got some space, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Gavin Dieters with 2:58 to play in the first quarter. Makes it a 7-6 game, and the extra point could tie it. 4 yards for Dieters on the run. And George Niemeyer will come in and try and convert the extra point. Brakefield will hold for him. Bowling Green moving from our left to our right if you just joined us. Snaps good, ball's down, and it's a line drive, and it's going to miss wide to the left. So with 2:58 to play in the first quarter, Macon Tigers 7, Bowling Green Bobcats 6. You're listening to high school district action on Eagle 102.
When you're ready to purchase your next vehicle, visit Pogue Ford in Bowling Green and enjoy your next buying experience. At Pogue, they go the extra mile to make sure you walk away with more than just a car or a truck. They'll give you an automotive home. Pogue Ford has the new or pre-owned vehicle you're looking for, and if they don't, they'll find it. Plus, they're available for all your automotive service needs. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Bowling Green Pharmacy, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Ingram Plumbing.
Nice run by Dieters, a 4-yard run. Extra point failed, and so Bowling Green on the board, but they still trail by that extra point, 7-6, with 2:58 to play in the first. And, Mark, that's what they wanted, though, is a nice sustained drive, answer the Macon score, and let the boys from up north know that they've got a game on their hands.
Yeah, we can run the ball, too, and we can pass.
So Bowling Green will kick it away. Looks like back deep is Reichenberg, and I believe, can't tell who that is. George Niemeyer will kick it away over on the far sideline. Oh, that's Blaze over there. Line drive kick by Niemeyer. Blaze will pick it up at about the 13-yard line. He'll try and break it to the left, and he's going to be tied up and thrown down. Good pursuit that time by the kick team. And they'll get Blaze down at the 15-yard line. Where Macon will have it 1st and 10 with 2:51 to play in the first quarter.
George had been having a pretty good season kicking the ball, but last week at Van Far, he had all sorts of trouble in the first one tonight. So you wonder,
hard football.
Yeah, they may be the entirety of the problem.
So Macon will have it with their second offensive possession of the night. They started the first one from about the 11, this time from their own 15-yard line.
You saying we need to get some of those New England footballs?
Yeah. Blaze rolls to his right. He's going to throw it deep. It's caught. Oh, it comes out.
Hit it with his own knee. He had that ball, but the knee came up and just punted the ball away from him.
Callahan on the coverage, and Reichenberg, you're right. He had it. He wasn't going to go very far after the catch because Callahan was all over the top of him. But you're right. When he brought it to Tuckett, his knee kicked it out of his own hands and falls incomplete. So Class, I should say, we've seen him throw 2 deep balls, and they've been right on the money. So they're going to have to keep an eye out for that tonight. On second down, trips to the right, single receiver to the left. For Macon. Klaus will hand it off up the middle. It's Reichenberg on the carry, I believe, or check that, Mitchell on the carry. And not a whole lot of running room that time as the defense maybe figured out that straight dive play. Gain of 3, it'll be 3rd and 7.
Down to 2:20 to go in the first quarter of this ball game. 1-point game in the opening week of districts.
We haven't had a good close game for a while. So we look forward to this one being just that. On third down, Klaus will send 3 receivers to his left, a single receiver to his right. And Bowling Green will bunch up and looks like they're going to try and play straight up man. Klaus under pressure, rolls out. Now he's going to run with it. He's out to the 25, now to the 30. He'll have a first down as he's tackled from behind by Dieters, or check that, Bowen. And he'll have the first down at the 31-yard line. So good pressure that time by the offensive line, but Klaus able to scramble around and pick up the first down.
Yeah, he's a pretty mobile quarterback back there.
I don't know that he's a quarterback necessarily by trade. I know he was a real good defensive back last year.
More by necessity, huh?
I believe that's right. But a first down, and we're down to a minute 30 to play in the first quarter. 7-6, Macon on top. They have the football. Klaus will hand it off to Blaze on the sweep to the right side. He'll get to the right end, but not much running room once he gets there, and he's slow to get up. And that would be check that's a lineman that's down, not Blaze. But we've got an injured player, and medical staff will go up and try and help him out. Why don't we step aside as well? 1:13 to play in the quarter. 7-6 Macon. Listen, high school district game of the week on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer. This evening's game is brought to you by Bank of Louisiana, Cellular and Satellite Center, and Cindy Blaylock Insurance.
Go ahead.
I was going to say the injured player's still on the field. Now they're going to help him up and pretty much carry him to the sideline. You can't put any weight on that right leg.
And so that's number 73. He's a big fella too.
Titan Veers.
He's 6'1", 249. So he's gingerly walking off. He's putting a little weight on it. That's good to see. They were some sort of leg injury. Don't want to speculate. Hopefully he'll be able to shake it off and get back in the lineup. No gain on the carry that time by Blaze. And so Macon will restart their offense on second down at their own 31-yard line with 1:13 to play in the first quarter. 7-6 our score. Macon on a 2-yard run by Mitchell. Bowling Green with a 4-yard run by Dieters. However, the Bowling Green extra point failed to get us to this 7-6 score. On second down, single receiver to the left, and they'll bring Reichenberg in motion. They'll hand it off to Mitchell up the middle. Not a lot of running room that time as well. He's still on his feet, though. That guy, you got, like you said, Mark, you got to get him below the belt if you're going to tackle him. He's got a low center of gravity and is hard to tackle.
Yeah, he turned no gain or maybe even a little bit of a loss into a 2-yard gain. Makes it third, almost 9.
From the 34-yard line of Macon, they will run one more play before the end of the quarter, it looks like. As the play clock's down to 15, game clock down to 25. Twins to the left this time, single receiver to the right. Klaas takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to run up the middle, scramble, and he's on the loose. Oh. He's at the 50, at the 45, cuts back inside to the 40, 30. He may go 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Wow.
From the 33-yard line, 67 yards for the quarterback, Klaas, on the touchdown run. Blake Klaas. Holy smokes, with 4 seconds to play in the quarter. You have got to be kidding me. And what a run, though.
Yeah, I don't know if Bowling Green just relaxed at the end of the quarter or what, but he took advantage and turned it into, what do you say, a 67-yard?
67, man, and he showed some speed, too, once he got in. Mm-hmm. He got to the 50-yard line. He had 2 guys to beat, and he made a little inside-out move, and that was it. He outran everybody after that into the end zone for the touchdown. And they'll try the extra point. Number 15, Timmy Watts, and his kick is a side-winding line drive, and it's no good. So with 4 seconds to play in the first quarter, the Macon Tigers 13, the Bowling Green Bobcats 6. You're listening to District Football on Eagle 102.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Tonight's action is being brought to you by Community State Bank, Pike County Mutual Insurance, and Mike's Tire and Service Center.
Well, quite a run by Blake Klaas of Macon, 67 yards, and stretches Macon's lead to 13-6. Lanier will tee it up to kick it away for Macon with Callahan and Hayes back deep for the Bobcats. That was a bolt of lightning there.
Mm-hmm.
Pooch kick, well short, caught by an up back, and he loses his footing. Must be a little slick with the cold weather. That's the second Bowling Green player we've seen slip down. I believe that's actually, is that Dieters up on the second line of the special teams. But they'll have good field position with 2 seconds to play in the quarter. At the 43-yard line.
Let's see if the Bobcats can take advantage of a late quarter mistake.
They'll have to run one play before the end of the first quarter. Brakefield will take the snap. He'll hand it off to Dieters off left tackle. He pushes the pile ahead out near midfield, and that'll do it for the first quarter of action. Your score, the Macon Tigers 13, the Bowling Green Bobcats 6. You're listening to the high school district game of the week on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Our care is focused on helping you recover from an acute illness, surgery, accident, or change in medical condition. We strive to help you recover in an environment where you feel most comfortable. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Tonight's game on KJFM brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, People's Bank and Trust, and Pogue Ford.
Quarterback Nick Brakefield.
Out of the quarter break, Brakefield on the run. Good positive yardage for him from the 49-yard line into Macon territory. He'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of Macon, where they'll have it 1st and 10.
Got an update early in the second quarter. Monroe City leads Compton-Ellsbury 8-7. And Monroe City driving in that game as well.
That's an interesting score. A couple other scores we'll get to as we go along here. But it's 1st and 10 for Bowling Green. Twins to the right. Running back in, or receiver in the slot. They'll throw it on the wide receiver screen out in the flat. It's caught and up the right sideline.
Good head and shoulders fake there from Lane.
Lane Parker with the catch. And he'll be near the first down. We'll have to see where they mark it. As the chain gang took off running as they were coming out of bounds after him. And they're going to say it's a first down. So good catch and throw and catch that time by Brakefield and Parker. Harrisburg leads Paris 16-7. Troy over Hickman 7-0. South Shelby 6-0 over Mark Twain. Centralia 28-0 over Missouri Military. And that's all the scores we have right now.
That's a tough opening draw for the Colonels.
Rough, real rough. Brakefield under pressure. Oh, and he's going to be smacked. Tried to scramble out of trouble and ran smack dab into big number 63 for Macon. Logan Ferris took a big hit and actually not too bad a loss of about 3 maybe. Back to about the 34-yard line.
Something looked fishy on that one, like maybe there was supposed to be a handoff and they missed.
Yeah, it was kind of a broken play, messed up play in the backfield, and unfortunately for Nick, he paid the price.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go on 2nd down now. Single receiver to the left, single to the right. He'll hand it off to Dieters. Poking around looking for some running room, finds it to the outside, out across the 30, down to the 25, and we'll get to the 20, and they'll say that's a first down.
Yeah, that's a really good play there. Is he locked horns with Brendan Moots, number 10 for Macon, and just rode him an extra 6-7 yards for a first down.
Good hard running by Dieters. 1st and 10. They'll mark it actually the nose of the football is right on the 20-yard line. So Bowling Green on the move, trailing 13-6. We're in the second quarter, 10-10 to play in the half. Twins to the right this time, single receiver to the left. Brakefield fakes the handoff. He'll throw that same screen pass this time. It's Callahan. He breaks a tackle at the 15, gets inside the 10, and is knocked out of bounds.
They're having good success with that little screen to the far side.
Looks like they found if they can get away from these big guys up front, they can have some luck. Inside the 10, looks like they'll mark it at about right at the 5-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal for Bowling Green from the Macon 5-yard line. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. What are they going to do this time?
Brakefield went up and talked to his lineman.
Said, keep him off of me. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He'll take the snap. They send the slot back in motion. They'll hand it off to Dieters. He stops, breaks it to the outside, gets to the goal line, and they're going to say he's in. But, I thought there was a flag, but that's a guy's yellow shoes. So Dieters on a 5-yard run with 9:33 to play.
Yeah, they marked him short.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, he's about 3 yards. He got a first down, first and goal.
This guy over here held his hands up as a touchdown. The side judge, that was a fake.
Well, no, they did say he was in. They did say he was in.
Yeah, he's in. They're going to go for 2 this time. And Brakefield's going to take it on the run. He'll break it to the outside, and he's going to be short. So the run fails. A 5-yard run by Dieters at the 9:33 mark, but Bowling Green unable to convert the run. So with 9:33 to play, your score, Macon 13, Bowling Green 12. You're listening to the District Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Tonight's game on KJFM Radio is brought to you by the Mercantile Bank, Bowling Green Tractor, and County Market, Louisiana.
13-12 on the Dieters 5-yard run. The 2-point conversion run failed, so Bowling Green has been unable to convert either the extra point or the run on their 2 scores. Macon is 1 for 2. And so Bowling Green will kick it away with 9:33 to play in the half, trailing by 1, 13-12. Niemeyer will do the honors with Reichenberg and Blaze back deep for Macon. As they've blown the whistle, play clock's down to 10, and they're going to come out of the huddle and kick it in a swift kick fashion. Up back gets it for Macon. And we'll take it out to about the 39-yard line. That was Latrell Douglas on the return. And Macon will have pretty decent field position. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 40-yard line. And that's where Macon will have it on their next offensive possession. Palmyra leads Highland 12-6. That's in the second quarter. A little bit of a surprising score as well.
Well, the Blues lead. Robert Thomas scored.
Robert Thomas taking the place of the Tank, who's out for 5 months.
At least he'll be reevaluated. I don't think we'll see him again this year.
I would agree with you 100%. On the first down play, Klaus hands it off to Mitchell. He'll go off left tackle that time. Not a lot of running room there. So Bowling Green's made a nice adjustment after the first series where the Tigers just ran it up the gut continuously. Bowling Green's now stacked it up in the middle. And that's slowed the train a little bit for the Tigers. Although a gain of 3 on that carry, it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 43-yard line of Macon. 8:50 to play in the first half. Klaas sends a single. The Twins to the left, Twins to the right this time.
Clopton Ellsbury now leading Monroe City 14-8 in the second.
Klaas is going to keep it, fakes the option, gets across midfield down to about the 46-yard line. We'll have first down. Well, that'll send shockwaves through the system up there. Monroe City coming off that big emotional win with the death of their assistant coach in a car wreck the week earlier, and all the honors and things that were going and remembrances were going on with him. Won a very emotional game to Palmyra, and looks like now they're going to have to pull up their bootstraps and.
Yeah, there's a point, though, where the emotion reaches a plateau.
That's right.
And I think they got to find a gear because they're heavily favored in that ball game.
Klaas is going to throw it to Blaze in the flat, and it's over the head, and Callahan hits Blaze, and we've got a flag. that going to be a late hit flag? Be my guess.
He had already initiated the hit. And now they're going to talk about it.
Actually, there's two flags. Yeah. There's a flag in the area of holding.
So these may end up offsetting.
The head referee goes over, and he'll try and sort things out. 4 referees in the crew. Well, actually, there's 5. Where's the other one? Oh, he's over there on the far sideline, isn't he? So, Coach K looking for an explanation. It is a personal foul on the
defenseless player.
Defenseless player.
Oh, it was a 15-yarder on each side.
Yeah, some sort of personal foul at the line. That's kind of weird.
Different parts of the field.
Yeah, so are they going to mark them off? I'm not sure what they're doing. It doesn't look like they're going to offset. Not sure why. Are they saying that second hit was an after the?
Now, Coach K.
It's a dead ball.
Yeah, they just marched them both ways is what they did.
Basically, the last 5 minutes never happened. 1st and 10, Bobcats.
And the PA announcer lets the officiating crew know what he thought of that.
Yeah, he might hear about that one.
Yeah. So 1st and 10 is where we're at.
Yeah,
at the 47 of Bowling Green.
While it's humorous, Billy Tubbs tried that a number of years ago in a basketball game. That didn't work out so well for him either. So, yeah, nonetheless, after all that, it's first down once again from the 47-yard line of Bowling Green. Macon still has the football. Claus will take the snap. He'll hand it off up the middle to Mitchell this time, and he'll have a little running room. Pushes the pile once again. Boy, he is a tough downhill runner. He'll pick up about 6, maybe 7, near the 40-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 4 for Macon. Clock continues to run down to 7:40 to play in this first half. 13-12, Macon on top. We've got a dandy here from Bowling Green High School. On 2nd down, trips to the right this time for Claus. A single receiver to the left. Single back in the backfield. Bowling Green shifts around. And they'll hand it to Mitchell straight up the gut. Nothing doing there. He's hit at the 40, rolls forward. They'll give him a yard, it looks like, down to the 39. And it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Tigers of Macon.
This is a big 3rd down, and probably, I don't know if it's probably 2-down territory, but Bowling Green needs to stop here to make them think about it.
Yeah, I would guess that they are in 4-down territory for sure. At the 39-yard line, 3rd and 3. Twins to the right this time, single receiver to the left. Klaus fakes the handoff. He'll keep it himself straight up the middle, and he'll have the first down. Down to about the 35-yard line. Faked the handoff to Mitchell and took it straight up the gut. And they'll tackle him. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 36-yard line.
He's got a really good first step, Klaus does.
He does.
Good burst up to the line of scrimmage.
So 1st and 10 for Macon. They come quickly to the line of scrimmage. Twins to the right, twins to the left this time. Klaus, he'll look to pass. He's going to throw it on a slant, and it's underthrown, intended for Timmy Watts, and falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10, Macon.
Pretty good coverage that time by the corner from Bowling Green. I believe that's Hunter Smith over there on the far sideline. So it'll be 2nd down with 6:34 to play in the half. 13-12, Macon on top.
They've always had pretty good secondary play here at Bowling Green ever since the state title run.
On 2nd down, Rackman will come in motion. They'll hand it to Mitchell going the other way. He'll get to the outside. Stiff arms Callahan, I believe. No, that was Starks, actually. And we'll get down to about the 31-yard line, gain of about 5. Looks like they'll mark it at the 30. So it'll be 3rd down and 5
at the 30-yard line for the Tigers.
Down to 6 minutes to play in the half. Class in the backfield by himself this time. Trips to the left, twins to the right, and he's just going to run on the quarterback draw. Straight up the gut. Stretches the ball out. It pops free after it hits the ground. The ground can't cause a fumble.
57 Clay.
And they'll give him, looks like they're going to say a first down. They're going to take a hard look at it, and it is a first down at the 26-yard line.
And Bowling Green wants a measurement, but they won't get it.
Yeah, we don't see a whole lot of those. We mentioned that one game, and then we had 3 or 4 in that game after we said that. I think that was the Schuyler County, Louisiana game. So first down for the Tigers. Clock continues to run down to 5:40. They're going to try and grind this out. As the play clock's down to 5, and it looks like Klaus is going to go to the sideline, and maybe he's going to burn the first time out, and he will for Macons. So with 5:31 to play in the first half, Macon 13, Bowling Green 12. You're listening to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Craig's Truck and Tractor, Old Tops Pawn Shop, and Brown's Processing.
5:31 to play in the first half. Macon calls their first timeout to talk about it. They lead 13-12. All of the scoring done via the rushing game, Mark. Good runs by both teams.
Yeah, it's been whoever can dominate the line so far, and both teams have done a good job offensively making the other team work. And really, the only difference is 1 of 4 on extra point attempts, whether it be the 2-point try or the extra point kick.
Klaus fakes the handoff, looks deep. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Down, he's got some space across the 20. He'll just run out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Looks like where they'll mark it. So he'll have a gain of about 9. And it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Tigers. Only one big play in the game, and that was by Klaus, a 67-yard run. Everything else has been pretty much around the line of scrimmage. We've had no big pass plays so far in the game, although Macon's had a couple near misses. And they're on the move once again. Klaus was twins to the left. They'll bring the receiver to the right in motion, and they'll hand it off up the middle. That's Mitchell. He'll break it to the outside, breaks the tackle, and the flag comes in at the 10. And they'll tackle him at about the 6. And I'm going to guess that's in the area of holding. That flag flew a long way. I saw it out of my peripheral vision.
Yeah, it is a hold against the Tigers.
It's going to be a holding call against
Very
the
few flags in this game. That's we had the offsetting penalties. But other than that, I think that's about it, isn't it?
There was a illegal motion penalty, but
early on, that's correct. Yep, that's correct.
Or illegal formation, whatever they ended up calling.
Yeah, it was something weird because they didn't stop the play, but
that's a big one there.
It is inside the 5 or right at the 5-yard line. Brings the ball all the way back to the 22-yard line. It'll still be 2nd down. However, it'll be 2nd and 6 this time for the Tigers. The ball rests on the 22.
That's better than 1st and goal.
Macon will send trips to the left this time. Single receiver to the right. Mitchell in the backfield with Klaus. Mitchell to his right. He'll look to pass. 3-step drop. Now he's going to tuck it, and now he's going to throw it across the middle, across his body, and it's caught. Did he hang on? He did.
Wow.
Number 21 on the catch, Latrell Douglas. What a pass by Klaus. Across his body, going the opposite direction.
I don't even think his feet were on the ground.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
And then on the catch, I mean, there was a lot of bumping and on that coverage, too, both back and forth.
A 22-yard touchdown pass from Klaus to Douglas. And Macon will try the extra point once again, as Timmy Watts will do the honors, and looks like somebody jumped off sides. And it would be Bowling Green.
And we'll see if that changes up things for Macon with the improved field position. And they are going to take the
they are. So they'll forget about kicking the extra point with the penalty. It'll move the ball half the distance, which takes it down to the 1 yard line. And they'll bring the offense back on the field. And I got to guess it's going to be Mitchell up the middle.
Seems to be a pretty good formula for Macon.
Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Mitchell in the backfield with Kloss. They fake the handoff, and Kloss is going to throw it into the left flat, and it's going to be caught. That's a little trickery. Haven't seen that play all night, but Cruz Lewis with the catch from Kloss. The 2-point conversion is good, and with 4:51 to play in the first half, the Macon Tigers 21, the Bowling Green Bobcats 12. This is District High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri is here to meet your agricultural needs. This is Earl Niemeyer. We offer a variety of agricultural loans customized to meet the demands of today's complex farm operations. Whether it's to purchase farm equipment or to pay farm operating expenses, a financial package can be developed specific to your operation. Drop by one of our convenient locations and speak with an ag loan specialist today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Equal opportunity lender.
Tonight's action is being brought to you by Liggins Flooring, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Eolia Landscaping Supply.
Well, they faked what everybody in the building thought they would do, handed off to Mitchell. Play action, and Lewis was wide open in the left flat for the 2-point conversion, making it 21-12. So Bowling Green needs to score in this final 4 minutes and 51 seconds. Lanier to kick it away. He kicks it on the ground once again, caught by an back at the 31. Out to the 40 now, still on his feet to the 44-yard line. We'll have to see who that is. Keel with it, they say. And a nice little run back for Keel to the 44-yard line. So Bowling Green will have great field position as they try and cut into this 21-12 lead for the Macon Tigers. 4:44 to play in the half.
And they start on the 44-yard line.
Fours are wild. Maybe you should go to the boat if you're a gambling guy, huh?
I don't have money for that.
Nor do I. And even if I did, I don't think I'd do that.
Well, you always see the story about the guy that won big on the World Series or the Stanley Cup or whatever. You see the guy that lost betting on Houston?
I did.
Oh, my goodness.
That was like $12 million or something.
Yeah.
Brakefield will roll to his right, throws it underneath.
No good.
Intended for Starks, and it'll fall incomplete. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Had a little running room that time. Brakefield's got a little hitch in his giddy-up after that rollout. And it'll be 2nd down. Ball still rests on the 44-yard line. Kind of got away from the tailback run here as of late. Has the Bowling Green offense. And Brakefield will try and pass it again across the middle to Fleming. He's got it caught. Across on a slat pattern, all the way down to the Macon 30-yard line. First time we've called his number tonight. And he's been an offensive juggernaut for the Cats the last 2 weeks we've had him. And a big play that time, 26 yards on the game, all the way down to the Macon 30-yard line, 1st and 10.
Fleming, just such a big, strong receiver. And when he gets into the open field, he's hard to take down.
Brakefield's going to throw it to Dieters, who rolled out, and we've got a block in the back on Callahan, and the flag's down as he.
And then that seemed like a late tackle out of bounds, too, but I don't see a flag on that one.
Dieters made a play, made a nice play, actually, and picked up about almost 10. But the flag is going to bring it back, as I think a block in the back on Callahan is what they're going to call.
That flag is already all the way back at the 40 or the 39-yard line.
And unfortunately, that particular play, I believe they marked the penalty off from the spot.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll tack another 10 on it. And they'll take it all the way out to the 48-yard line.
And the first down marker's at the 20.
Yeah, from the 30-yard line out to the 48. That's a 18-yard penalty. Yeah, I used to be good at math. 18-yard penalty. And as you said, they've got to get to the 20-yard line for the first down. This is first down, however.
First and 28.
So let's see what they can do. Chip away at this, and we've got a whistle and a timeout. Coach Credemeyer wants to chat it up. We'll step aside as well. 4:15 to play in the half. 21-12. Macon leads it. Listen to District High School football action on Eagle 102.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet. Their selection will surprise you with prices that can't be beat. Bowling Green Chevrolet is just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Tonight's game on KJFM brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Hinky Construction, and Meyer Implement.
4:15 to go in the first half of this ball game. 21-12, Macon leading Bowling Green from Bowling Green High School. It's the opening round of the Class 2 District 6 tournament here on KJFM.
Bowling Green, after the penalty, has first and 28.
Monroe City has taken the lead, by the way, over Clopton-Ellsbury, 16-14.
Good football game there on the turf. If you haven't been to Monroe City, they've got a tremendous facility as well. On first and 28, Dieters will come in motion towards the press box, and Breakfield's going to be sacked. Tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's going to be just shy, and they'll mark it at about the 50, maybe just inside the 50.
He pump faked toward Dieters coming out of the backfield and thought he could surprise Macon, and he loses 2 more yards, so it's second and 30.
On the 50, they've got to get to the 20. Brakefield with trips to the left this time. He'll roll, gets a block from Dieters. Now he's going to tuck it and run. Not a lot of space, and he takes a big hit, and the ball pops free at the 45-yard line. Wow, you could hear that. You could hear that all the way up here in the press box with the windows shut.
Garrett Blaze, he had that hit on the sideline earlier and really blew up Brakefield this time.
He's okay, though, and he picked up about 7 yards down to the 43-yard line.
I don't know. He's shaking out the cobwebs there.
Yeah, I say he's okay because I'm up here.
He slapped himself in the head a couple times, shook the helmet, and will stay in there.
Third down and 23 for Bowling Green from the Macon 43-yard line. Yes, they've got to get to the 20. They'll hand it to Dieters straight up the middle. And he'll be tied up by Mitchell at about the 40-yard line, just outside the 40-yard line. And it'll be fourth down for Bowling Green as we've got another whistle and another timeout on the field. Who's going to call it? Macon's going to call it this time. See if they can make Bowling Green punt. We'll step aside as well. 3:22 to play in the half, 21-12. Macon on top. You're listening to District High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Chevrolet, and Family Drug.
For the softball fans around the area, the Canton Tigers and the Palmyra Panthers both won their semifinal games at the state softball tournament and will play for the state championship tomorrow. I know Bowling Green played Palmyra this year. I don't believe they played Canton, but Canton does come down this neck of the woods from time to time.
They walked it off on Palmyra.
So they did. That's right. So Fleming's going to punt it away for Bowling Green. He'll kick it. It's a end over end, hits at the 10, and going to roll just into the end zone. My goodness, Bowling Green was close to pinning that thing deep in Macon territory, but it trickles into the end zone, and so Macon will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20, and they'll have 3 minutes and 17 seconds to work with and 1 timeout to see what they can do here late in this first half of action.
Well, you saw what they could do with 15 seconds earlier.
Yeah.
With that run by the quarterback, but 3:17, boy, that just seems like a lot of time to be giving this Macon offense the way they're rolling right now.
It does. And let's see what they draw up. They'll send trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Class with, I believe, Mitchell in the backfield. He'll hand it off to Mitchell, off right tackle. He's got a little running room coming straight towards us across the 30, out to about the 31-yard line. And that'll be good for the first down. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 32, actually. So a good 12-yard carry that time by Mitchell. 32-yard line. And that's the way you want to start the drive if you're Pete Class of the Macon Tigers.
Did we want to pass along that Clark County Van Far score?
Let's just save that one till half. How about?
Oh, my goodness.
Let's just say, folks, it's not pretty in Clark County. On 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line, Klaus will hand it off to Blaze on the inside handoff. He'll get across the line of scrimmage at left tackle. Not a lot of running room for him, though. We'll pick up about 3, maybe 4. We'll call it 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Clock continues to run at 2:20 in the second quarter. Macon with 1 timeout left. They're going to have to hurry up a little bit.
Yeah. They're still huddling up.
Play clock down to 20. Twins to the right, twins to the left this time. Klaus in the backfield with Mitchell. Mitchell to his left. Bowling Green's got about 8 guys in the box. Klaus is going to roll out, and he's going to throw it. And it's caught at the 40-yard line in Bowling Green territory. Caught by number 10. That is Brennan Moots. First time we've called his number tonight as well, so they're going to mark it back at the 41, but a first down for the Tigers. And they're on the move, down to 1:52 as the referee cranks the clock. And they'll go with trips to the left, single to the right. Klaus, 2-step drop, throws it into the left flat. It's caught by Reichman that time.
That's a good job by Starks holding on to that tackle.
Hit immediately by Starks. And a positive gain, though, for Macon. About 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. They go quickly this time to the line of scrimmage. Klaus hands it off to Mitchell, up the gut, and he's got some running room at the 30. Oh, and he nearly broke it. They got him by the ankles, and if that wouldn't have happened, he'd have had 27 yards of green grass for the touchdown. But he gets the first down. They'll mark it at about the 28, and they'll go quickly to the line of scrimmage once again. Trips to the right this time. Twins to the left. Klaus in the backfield by himself. He's going to tuck it and roll out, and he's going to be sacked. Good defensive play that time by the Cats.
Yeah, good job by the secondary to take away his options and the line and linebackers for staying with him.
Fleming got in there with the sack, so a loss of 3. It'll be, or 4, I should say. It'll be 2nd and 14 for Macon.
Down to 45 seconds.
Klaus will roll to his right this time. Stops. He gets it away, but it was hit right as he threw it from the backside.
Bowen had a chance to intercept that one. He wasn't quite looking at it.
Finley put the pressure on him from the backside right as he let go of the football, and it fell incomplete. Fortunate for Macon that wasn't picked off. So 3rd and 14. Clock stops now on the incomplete pass with 34 seconds to play in the half. Trips to the right, single to the left this time. Klaus drops back, looks to throw. He'll throw it into the flat to Reichenberg. He'll break a tackle at the 20, gets down to the 16-yard line with 26 seconds to play in the half, so Macon will have to hurry. They still have one timeout left if my scorekeeping's accurate, but they'll go without the timeout. Klaas gets them lined up quickly. He'll drop back, looks to pass, throws it deep into the end zone, and we've got a flag. Did he catch it?
No.
They're going to say no, but there's a flag on the play. Is that going to be pass interference? We'll have to see.
He did catch the ball, but he was out the back of the end zone.
Blaze with the catch went up high. We'll have to check the flag. 14 seconds left on the clock, and it is pass interference on Bowling Green. And in high school, I believe that's a 15-yard penalty, or in this particular case, it'll be half the distance to the goal. So it should take it down to about the 8-yard line of Bowling Green with 14 seconds to play.
I say it's a good penalty, though.
Well, sure. Yeah, rather than letting him catch it for a touchdown, make him run another play. So they mark off the penalty down to the 8. And it'll be first and goal from the 8. As the official tells us what the penalty was once again. With 14 ticks to go. What's Macon got drawn up?
And it's going to be an automatic first down for Macon.
As they talk to the chain gang here momentarily on the far sideline. Maybe they're saying that it wasn't a first down because it's not an automatic first down. So it's going to, rather than be first and goal, it's going to be first and 3 for Macon. But that's a moot point as there's 14 seconds to play in the half. Klaas comes up to his line of scrimmage, and now they're going to hand it to Mitchell.
Uh-oh.
And we've got a penalty. That's going to be a motion penalty because Klaas was still on the move. Tried a little trick play that time as they had Klaas walk to the line of scrimmage, act like he was talking to the lineman, snapped it to Mitchell. He handed off to Blaze, but they're caught. And a false start is the call.
It's going to be a false start against Macon.
And that'll move it back to the 13-yard line.
And they got to put the 2 seconds back on the clock.
They should. Let's see if they do. There were 14 seconds. And they're talking about it. I hear them talking about it. 14 seconds. Back on the clock, and we'll do it again. Only this time it'll be first and 8 for Macon. Here we go. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. They'll bring Reitenberg in motion. Fake the handoff. Klaas rolls out and is in trouble. And he's going to go down with 7 seconds.
Did a flag come in on that?
I believe there is a flag.
I think it was a face mask.
They're going to say a face mask on Macon?
Face mask against Macon.
How? That's weird. And I think Macon called a timeout, their final timeout. I'm guessing the official might have pointed the wrong direction.
Yeah.
It should be face mask on Bowling Green. I believe.
That's what it looked like. The way he went down.
And so they continue to talk about this, do the officials. I mean, you're going to take the penalty, I would think. It's going to be half the distance to the goal once again because that's a 15-yard penalty, isn't it? Or maybe they're just saying it's a 5-yard face mask. And that stops the clock and saves Macon's timeout if they can get to the line of scrimmage quickly. Ball rests on the 11-yard line this time. And it's still first down. We've run 4 plays, and it's still first down. So Macon still has a timeout in their pocket, I believe. And Macon's going to try and run a play with 7 seconds. They throw it into the end zone. It's too tall and falls incomplete. And with 2 seconds to go, they'll get one more play. Pass was intended.
Another flag comes out at the end. And that's against Macon. Big 77's holding back one of his teammates. I can't tell which one, but that's who the penalty's on, and I think it was for someone arguing a non-call.
Dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Macon.
And he's still talking. That's Garrett Blaze.
Pass was intended for Reichenberg. Blaze wasn't even in the play, so I don't know what he's upset about. But that's going to be a big one. That's going to cost him 15. And with 2 seconds to play in the half, this last 7 seconds has lasted about 15 minutes.
And Coach Klaus wants an explanation of what the call was.
As one would expect, right?
I think we all saw what the call was.
So the penalty will mark it all the way back to the 26-yard line. And it'll be second down, and no matter, short of a penalty, this should be the last play of the first half, which has drug on forever here.
Bowling Green needs to stop.
Without a doubt, you can't give up. You can't give up points with 2 seconds to go. That would be a backbreaker. So now the back judge is going to come in and stop play because the officials are over talking to Coach Klaus. That could have been interesting. So now the officials back in place, I believe, and
he went and talked to 77 for some reason.
He'll set the clock, and we'll finally go with this final 2 seconds. Klaus is going to roll to his left, and he's going to wind up and throw it deep in the end zone. He's got a receiver wide open, and it's caught.
Oh, my goodness.
Number 15, Lewis, is wide open, or check that, Timmy Watts, caught for the touchdown from 26 yards out. Good night with no time on the clock.
They've scored with 4 seconds left in the first quarter and now no time left in the second quarter.
Unbelievable. Just what we said couldn't happen, happened. And now Watts gets to try and attempt the extra point. Klaus to hold. It's a good snap. The kick is away. And it is good as well. So that'll do it for the first half, and a disappointing end to it for the Cats. Your score, the Macon Tigers 28, the Bowling Green Bobcats 12. Halftime shows next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 Halftime Report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As a farmer, you rely on rainfall to ensure your crop production, but sometimes the weather doesn't cooperate. Droughts can happen and do. Long dry spells can ruin your crops, but shouldn't ruin your life. With a pasture, rangeland, and forage policy through NAU Country Insurance Company and Bowling Green Insurance Agency, you'll be provided with the extra protection you need. Contact Fred Carlson at Bowling Green Insurance to discuss how PRF can help manage your risk. NAU Country Insurance Company is an equal opportunity provider.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green, and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Not the way you want to finish a half of football. Bowling Green gives up the 26-yard touchdown pass as time expires. The extra point's good, and Macon is taking control of this game, 28-12 over Bowling Green at Bowling Green High School.
Had them pinned deep at their 20-yard line. They went 80 yards. in a minute and 40 some odd seconds, and that's a backbreaker. You've got a really hard fought football game. Defense has played well, but they give up a big touchdown right at the end. And that whole series, inside the 20, you had a penalty and then a penalty backwards and a penalty forwards, and it was a mess for the last 27 seconds of that half, topped off by an even bigger mess and a 26-yard touchdown pass at the buzzer.
And Bowling Green, they could have just stolen the momentum completely because it was a dead ball penalty by Macon, arguing a call. Players having to be restrained by their teammates from going after the referees, and then you give up a 26-yard touchdown on the ensuing play.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. That swings the momentum. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what you say in the locker room. I guess you really got to kind of just gloss over that and say, hey, it's happened. Let's move on. We still have 24 minutes to play in this football game, so let's get our daubers. Don't let our daubers down. Let's get up and get ready to go for this second half.
So to compound things, Macon's going to have the ball to start the third quarter.
They do, and they can really make things tough on Bowling Green if they're able to score on that first possession. But really a good first half of football. It was well played by both teams. No turnovers in the game so far. And until that last series, really the penalties were at a minimum. We had more penalties in that last 2 minutes of the half than we had the entire rest of the football game, I think. And Bowling Green had played well up to that point. Well, both teams had played well.
Mm-hmm.
But, Macon scores with 4 seconds to go in the first quarter and no time on the clock in the second quarter. How often have you seen that?
Not very often. Bowling Green, they caught a break earlier in that drive as well when the 15-yard penalty on Callahan for the hitting a defenseless receiver was offset. So that's
right.
Two big breaks and you still allow the touchdown. It's a tough pill to swallow, and like you said, it was a good half of football, but you find yourself down 28-12 going into the third.
That's tough. That's tough for sure.
We'll take a break here on the halftime report, and we'll take a look at scores around the area when we return on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. You won't have to get out in the weather. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more about online banking and bill pay at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
At the half, Bowling Green trails Macon 28-12 as Bowling Green's band has come off the field. Now Macon's band on the field, and their director is
dressed in a top hat. Looks like something out of the steampunk show.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the theme of their halftime show.
It may be part of it. All right, looking at scores around the area at the half, Clopton-Ellsbury leads Monroe City 21-16, and don't have a Louisiana Brentwood score. Haven't seen that, but you do have the Clark County Van Far score after two.
Yeah, a bunch, 59-0.
Yeah,
sadly.
59-0. Van Far Community R6 trailing up at Cahokia against the Clark County Indians. The Battle of Indians, and Clark County is way ahead in that one after 2 quarters. St. Charles West leads Winfield 30-0 at the half, and that's about all the scores I see.
I've got South Shelby leads Mark Twain 6-0.
That's a pretty good ball game.
It is. Hannibal over Hazel, or Fort Zumwalt East, I should say, 7-0. Centray over MMA 49-0. Richmond leads Brookfield 20-16. Harrisburg over Paris 22-8. Palmyra leads Highland 28-6. All those scores at half. So a lot of football around the area, and as Mark said, the Macon band is now performing and doing their thing. And this is kind of like a college thing, man, where both bands play college bowl game. Where both bands get to perform at halftime, and I'm going to tell you, Macon's got what do they got? About 40 people out there. That's a pretty good. They may have more than that actually. That's a pretty good size marching band. So they're going through their exercises.
Yeah, Bowling Green played kind of a shortened version of their halftime show at the Little Shop of Horrors, and more of a classic march. I can't tell what the song is.
Can't hear it, but they got 3 xylophones down here. I've never seen 3 xylophones. You ever seen that? That's a bunch.
I think one of them's a vibraphone, I think. Maybe not. I thought I saw a pedal on one of them.
Well, they're 3 different sizes.
Yeah.
So maybe one's a bass, like a bass guitar, a lead guitar, and a rhythm guitar. I don't know. I've never seen 3 of them. So it's pretty cool that both bands get to perform. If you're not here, sorry you're missing. It's kind of cool. We're at half, though, and it's 28-12. Macon leads Bowling Green. And Mark, looking to the second half, the number one priority for Bowling Green is you got to have a stop as Macon gets the ball to start the second half.
Well, you can't get any silly ideas in your head like starting the second half with an onside attempt or anything like that. You can't give them a short field. Kick it deep, let the defense make a stop, and then put the offense to work to try and get you back in the ball game. There's a lot of time left. There's no reason to try anything hasty right at the start of the third quarter.
Exactly, and if they don't stop them, then they're really up against it, and then you got to start taking chances and look for turnovers and things of that nature. So they need a good, solid kickoff and a good defensive stand and try and get the football back and cut into this 28-12 lead for the Macon Tigers.
This is the Eagle 102 halftime show, and we'll have more from Bowling Green and the first week of districts after this on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
This moment of relief, brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
Visit Cindy Blaylock Agency in Louisiana.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
As the Macon band plays on here at Bowling Green High School, 28-12, the Tigers lead the Bobcats, and if you were wondering how Clopton-Ellsbury took the lead on Monroe City, at Monroe City.
I was, tell me.
Sean Yates threw a touchdown pass with no time on the clock.
Oh my!
to go up 21 to 16 at the half. South Shelby scores on a 70-yard catch and run with 7:14 left in the third quarter. 2-point good on that one, and now they lead Mark Twain 14-0 at South Shelby at Shalbina. So there's a little update on the action around the area. Still haven't seen a score on Louisiana's ball game. So if you got one, let us know about it, and we'll get it passed along to everybody here as they take on Brentwood down near the city.
Nice round of applause by the Bowling Green faithful to the Macon band and the Bowling Green band. That was actually pretty cool. Pretty cool.
They when they brought the band out, they took the xylophone section across the field and I think got stuck in the rut, so they're taking them around the track on the way out.
Yeah, I'm not sure you want to rut up the football field. I can think of two football coaches who wouldn't be real happy about that.
Yeah. And some running backs that have already had some trouble getting traction on this field after the snow and the rest of the weather we had over the last couple of days. But really, I didn't walk around, the crown too much, and it does look like there's some wear across the middle of the field. But what I did walk on seemed pretty firm out there.
Yeah, they still have a pretty good stand of grass with the exception of where that crown is. And it actually has a little bit of a muddy look to it in spots, but I don't think it's muddy at all. It's unless there's some moisture from the coolness in the air starting to settle in.
Yeah, I think it's just a little chewed at this point.
Winner tonight's game will advance on to next Friday night's game, and they'll have the unfortunate pleasure of playing Clark County at Clark County, as Clark County's way ahead of Van Far, so they'll advance on. In the other half of the bracket, the winner of the Clopton-Monroe City game will play the winner of Palmyra Highland. And both of those games are still yet to be decided, as they're both close football games. So we'll try and keep you up to speed on all of that as we go along. But the order of business right here is for Bowling Green to kick the ball deep, stop making on their first drive, and try and score and get back into this football game as they trail it 28-12.
About a minute to go, then they'll put another 3 minutes on the clock. So the teams are back on the field right now after both bands played. We'll take one final break here on the halftime show and come back with third quarter action after this. It's Macon 28, Bowling Green 12 on the high school football game of the week from KJFM, Eagle 102.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, new owner of Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
Bank from anywhere with Bank of Louisiana's new Freedom Checking account. No minimum balance, no monthly fees, and free access to all of their mobile and online banking services, like mobile check deposit, text banking, and online bill pay. Bank on your own terms with Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana. Stop by either Bank of Louisiana location today for more details or to open an account. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Home data rates may apply. Check with your carrier for details. Freedom Checking from Bank of Louisiana.
Hi, folks. This is Eric Schaefer. With sports season upon us, be treated like the pros. If your athlete has experienced an injury during a game or practice, let our experienced sports medicine team at Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy Department get them back to play. We have 2 locations to better serve our community. Pike County Memorial Hospital Physiotherapy and Sports Medicine in Louisiana and Bowling Green. Pike County Memorial Hospital. Community owned, nationally known.
Area high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Bowling Green Insurance and Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice.
2 quarters in the books here at Bowling Green as the teams come back to the sidelines after stretching it out and getting ready. It'll be Bowling Green kicking off to Macon to start the third quarter of action. And again, I think Bowling Green has to play this one straight and kick it deep and hope to pin back the Macon Tigers and start with a good defensive effort here after giving up the big touchdown as time expired.
Yeah, there's no wind tonight, fortunately. It's cold, so the wind shouldn't affect this kickoff. Fleming's been generally pretty good at kicking the ball off this year, and so he needs a good one here. However, you've got you will have Blaze and Reichenberg will be back, or that's who they've had back on the kicks prior to that. And Blaze is a burner. You've got to cover well, or things could go south in a hurry if he's able to get his hands on the football. So no room for error in this second half for Bowling Green if they want to get back in this football game.
Definitely, and the offense. Once you get the ball back, I think they've got to try a little bit different. They've been good, but they need more of a quick strike to put this Macon defense on their heels a little bit more.
Yeah, they've only had one pass of any. Well, I guess maybe two. Fleming caught one and Starks caught one that were over 20 yards, but most everything else was underneath and into the flat, and so they may have to stretch this field out a little bit to hopefully free up the running game. Interestingly enough, we haven't seen Bowen at the running back at all tonight. He ran well last week at Van Far.
I think he had one or two carries early on, but didn't get more than 2-3 yards, and really he hasn't been back at that position. It's been a healthy dose of Gavin Dieters back there so far. And maybe that's a look that they were saving for the second half against this Macon team. Maybe
could be
something different they could spring on them later in the game.
And we talked in the pregame about how Macon is certainly has a size advantage up front, both on the offensive line and the defensive line.
Second half of action here at Bowling Green High School.
I can't really say that's been the difference. And the difference is they were able to throw a deep pass at the buzzer, and for some unbeknownst reason, the Bowling Green defense allowed the receiver to get behind him and caught a touchdown of over 20 yards at the horn at the end of the first half. So let's see what the Cats can draw up here as they will kick it away from our right to our left from the 40. George Niemeyer, I said Fleming kicks it. He punts. You should have corrected me on that. But George Niemeyer can put the foot into it, and up to this point they've elected to kick stuff short. Let's see if they want to kick one deep this time, which would be my advice, but I'm not getting paid to coach either. Niemeyer approaches the ball. It's a line drive, hits at the 20, and at the 10, Blaze will pick it up. He looks for a blocker and good coverage by the Cats. Ball's on the ground, and it's going to be recovered by the Bobcats.
There's your break right there. First turnover of the ball game goes Bowling Green's way, and they've got it inside the 20-yard line.
What the doctor drew up. And it looks like number 21 with the recovery.
Hayden Finley.
Is Finley. And so the Bobcats are in business with the first turnover of the game, and they'll have it at the Macon 20-yard line. Oh, my. Let's see if they can capitalize. You have got to score and take advantage of this turnover.
Callahan in at quarterback.
Trips to the twins to the right, single to the left. Dieters in the backfield with Callahan. Callahan's going to run it. Off left tackle. He's across the 15 to 10, inside the 5. Still pushing the pile. Gets down. And is he in? They're going to say yes.
Wow, 20-yard run, 21-yard run by Austin Callahan. His first play back at quarterback in a long time since breaking that hand. And he gets Bowling Green on the board again here in the second half.
16 seconds have ticked off the clock, and Bowling Green is back in the ball game. Now let's see if they can convert the extra point, which has been an adventure for both teams so far tonight. Niemeyer to do the honors for Bowling Green. Looks like, it's a small, low snap. Now they're going to pass it. It's going to be incomplete as Brakefield did a nice job scooping up the low snap, but it fell incomplete. And so 3 touchdowns and no extra points for Bowling Green. So they still trail it by 10, 28-18, 11:44 to play in the third quarter. Listening to District High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
When you're ready to purchase your next vehicle, visit Pogue Ford in Bowling Green and enjoy your next buying experience. At Pogue, they go the extra mile to make sure you walk away with more than just a car or a truck. They'll give you an automotive home. Pogue Ford has the new or pre-owned vehicle you're looking for, and if they don't, they'll find it. Plus, they're available for all your automotive service needs. Pogue Ford, Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Bowling Green Pharmacy, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Ingram Plumbing.
Well, what do you need to play the fight song? One cornet and a snare drum.
And the band director playing the snare drum.
Yeah.
I think they give the band the third quarter off, and so they are all over at the concession stand or scattered about. And so they put on a nice little solo performance of the Bowling Green fight song. So they'll kick it away again. Niemeyer will try it. It's a swiver this time. Hits it about the 30, rolls into the 20, and Blaze will pick it up at the 15. Up the sideline, and he'll be smacked out of bounds that time at about the 24-yard line. And that's where Macon will take over.
10-point ball game. Looks a whole lot better right now.
Doesn't it, though? Just what the doctor ordered, the turnover on the kickoff. No
2
less.
touchdowns in 16 seconds of game clock.
Exactly. So Macon will have it now on their own 22-yard line, and let's see what they can mount as an offensive push to answer the Bowling Green touchdown. Can the Cats' defense stiffen here on this first series on the defensive side of the football? What has Coach K adjusted at halftime? Klaus back deep by himself in the shotgun. He'll throw it in his inside screen to Reichenberg. He makes the catch, but he'll only pick up about 3 to near the 25, just across the 25-yard line. And it'll be second, and we'll call it a long 6.
Finley and Starks in on the stop. Finley was the first one there.
Not getting a whole lot of pressure on Klaus. He's able to kind of stand back there, and he is a mobile quarterback and actually has a 67-yard touchdown run to his credit tonight. So not only that, you have to keep an eye on him. Twins to the right, twins to the left this time. He'll hand it off to Mitchell. Mitchell will go up the middle this time, across the 30, near the 31-yard line. They mark it to the 32. He may actually have a first down. And
yes,
he does. That play, if they've run that play once, they've run that play 15 times tonight, and more times than not, it's been good for 6 or 7 plus. The Bowling Green Bobcats are going to have to put a stop to that. Same formation, twins to the right and to the left. Mitchell in the backfield with Klaus. They'll run the same play. Mitchell's got some space, breaks it to the outside. He's at the 45, now the 50, into Bowling Green territory at the 45, down to about the 41-yard line. A nice run that time by Dominic Mitchell. And they're into Bowling Green territory just like that.
Macon's done a great job tonight, not being taken by the momentum. They're not. They never get 2 up, 2 down, except for the one play where they got the 15-yard penalty. But they're pretty disciplined, and they don't get swept up in trends in this ballgame.
What better way to take the steam out of some momentum than by running the football right down your throat? And they're going to try it again. This time it's Blaze right up the gut. Same play. He'll pick up another 15 down to the 30-yard line. And he'll move the chains once again for the Tigers. Looks like they'll mark it at about the 29, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers on the Bowling Green 29-yard line. Clock runs down to 10 minutes to play in the third. Running the ball will open up a lot of things for you. Watch out for the play-action pass at some point. Same formation. Is it going to be the same play? You bet it is. Right up the gut once again. This time Blaze, not a lot of running room. He'll pick up a couple of yards, positive yardage on the carry. They're going to give him 2, it looks like. It'll be 2nd and 8. Down to 9:30 to play. 28-18 our score. Bowling Green with the turnover on the opening kick by Macon. And the first play, Callahan goes in from 20 yards out, but they're unable to convert the extra point. And so the lead is still 10 for the Tigers of Macon, and they're on the move. 2nd and 8 from the 28-yard line, and we've got a flag.
Flags all over the place.
And that'll be a false start on Macon. So they'll move it back 5 yards, and we'll try one more time back to the 32-yard line, I believe. 33-yard line is where they're going to spot it. And it'll be 2nd and about 12 for the Tigers.
Stops the clock with 9:07 to play here in the third.
Winner will advance on and travel to Clark County next Friday night for a semifinal game in this district. As Clark County has handled, I don't think it's over with yet, but they were handling Van Far with relative ease. They'll hand it to Mitchell up the middle again. He'll break it to the outside. He's across the 25 down to about the 22-yard line near the first down marker. I think he'll be just short, and it'll be 3rd down. Looks like he's got to get to about the 19. They mark it on the 22, so it'll be 3rd and 3 for the Tigers, down to 8:30 to play. They lead at 28-18. Have led from the outset.
Looking at Bowling Green's sideline, they're working on the long snapping right now. They've been having troubles on extra points all night.
You're right. It hasn't been necessarily Niemeyer, that's for sure.
No.
Mitchell up the gut again. He'll break it off tackle once he gets at the line of scrimmage, and he'll have the first down for the Tigers. So they've just decided we're going to run it right at you. Stop us if you can. And up to this point, Bowling Green has not had an answer.
Brings up 1st and 10.
They'll mark it just inside the 15 with the clock running and 8 minutes to play in the third. If you're just joining us, pretty cool halftime show. Both bands played. Macon's band's here as well. A very festive high school atmosphere on Friday night. Hand the ball now. They fake it. Klaus is going to keep it and breaks it to the outside. He may go. He's inside the 10 to the 5, and he is in for the touchdown. 15-yard run by Blake Klaus at the 7:38 mark. And so they answer the Bowling Green touchdown with a great drive from their own. Well, I think they started about the 26, if I'm not mistaken, and went down the field. And Klaus runs it in for the touchdown. Now for the extra point is Watts. Snap's good, and we've got a whistle.
Play is blown dead.
Offside, I believe, is what they're going to call. Now will they change their mind and go for 2? That's what they did last time this happened.
Against the Bobcats.
Which will move it to the 1-yard line. It looks like now maybe they're going to stick with the extra point. Interesting coaching decision. And so they'll move the ball to the 1 on the offside penalty, and they'll try it one more time. Klaus to hold. Snaps good, ball's down. Popped it up in the air, but he popped it up straight through. And so with 7:38 to play in the third quarter, the Macon Tigers 35, the Bowling Green Bobcats 18. You're listening to District District Football.
We're getting there.
We're getting close on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer. This evening's game is brought to you by Bank of Louisiana, Cellular and Satellite Center, and Cindy Blaylock Insurance.
Well, a nice drive by Macon to answer the Bowling Green touchdown after the Tigers turned it over on the opening kick. And they drive down the field and score and stretch their lead back out to 17 at 35-18. As Macon's ready to kick it away, Lanier will do the honors. Back deep for Bowling Green is Smith and Parker for the Cats. Lanier will kick it. It'll be 2 and up back once again. Nobody's kicked it deep yet. And on the loose is
there you go,
Kyle, if I'm not mistaken, and he's into Macon territory. Or Keel, I should say.
Yep, that's Cooper.
Keep calling him Kyle. Cooper Keel with a nice run, picked it up at the 30, took it into Macon territory to the 39-yard line. 31-yard kick return. I don't understand why everybody's scared of kicking it deep, but they sure are. Nobody's willing to do it tonight.
I was kind of wondering before that if they'd try an onside kick. You know, they've got a big enough lead that they can maybe sacrifice a little field position in exchange for putting that dagger in, but they didn't do it.
Well, they wouldn't have lost many. The ball would have been not too different than what it is right now. They hand it off on the jet sweep. Is that Starks on the sweep?
That's Brakefield.
Brakefield, yeah. Callahan was in the quarterback again.
Austin Orff, the ball carrier.
Oh, they say Austin Orff, but I think that was Brakefield.
I think it was 8 as well. Or was it 9?
Gain of about 4 on the play, but we do have a flag.
Flag on the play. We'll check and see who that runner was as he's walking our direction.
He's still got that hitch in it. It's Brakefield.
I believe you're right. So he and Callahan and Fleming will come to the sideline, and we'll have to check the flag as they sort that out. It was Brakefield, and it's a holding penalty on Bowling Green. So they nullify a good kick return by Kyle with a 10-yard penalty. Now the ball rests just shy of midfield at about the 49-yard line in Macon territory, and it'll be 1st and 20 for the Cats. Callahan in at quarterback. Brakefield's in the slot. Twins to the right, twins to the left. Callahan drops back. He'll look to throw. He's going to roll to his right. Still looks. Now he's going to tuck it and run.
Oh, he's got another gear.
He's got some space. Gets a block. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. Can he outrun everybody? He will not, but he'll get down to the 20, still on his feet.
Ooh.
As two of them finally grab him around the neck and get him down. But a first down by Callahan at the 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats. Great run by Callahan. 30 yards on the run.
Oh, is he up to about 50 already since taking over as quarterback?
Just in this half, yeah. Well, let's see if they run the same play they ran from the 20 the last time they had it here. Callahan ran it off left tackle in for a touchdown, and boy, that's what they were going to do, but a whistle kills it. Timeout on the field. 6:49 to play in the third. 35-18. Macon still on top. Bowling Green on the move. You're listening to District Football on Eagle 102.
It's good to aim high, and sports can help children reach their goals. Join Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green and Farm Mutual Insurance in supporting local athletes. Be sure to catch all the action this sports season. Pike County Mutual Insurance salutes young local athletes and wishes them well. And they look forward to protecting these young adults with strong insurance coverage during what is sure to be a bright future. Pike County Mutual Insurance in Bowling Green.
Tonight's action is being brought to you by Community State Bank, Pike County Mutual Insurance, and Mike's Tire Service Center.
So the timeout by Coach K. And the Cats back to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the Macon 20.
Boy, Monroe City came out in the second half. They now lead at Clopton-Ellsbury 32-21. That was 21-16 Indian Hawks at the half.
Ouch. They'll fake the handoff, and Callahan will keep it. It'll go off left end. Picks up about 5 as he's knocked out of bounds by 3 Macon defenders. But a good gain of 5 down to about the 15-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Bobcats. We're in the third quarter, 6:30 to play. Cats trail 35-18. They need a score here on this drive. They're going to mark it at the 14-yard line, it looks like. Callahan goes to the sideline, gets the play. He'll send trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Looks like he has Dieters in the backfield with him. Play clock down to 8. Dieters will go in motion. Callahan will keep it. Runs off left tackle. He's got a first down yardage inside the 5 as he'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 3.
Callahan out of bounds.
Callahan's got some size and some speed, and he's been doing his thing with his feet since he's taken over for quarterback here in the second half.
Hasn't attempted a pass yet.
So it's first and goal as they're inside the 5. Looks like they've got it marked at about the 3-yard line. And Callahan will go with an empty backfield once again. Fleming in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Callahan will keep it. He's going to go in for the touchdown. Callahan, 3-yard run.
For a Bowling Green touchdown.
His second touchdown run of the game.
Of the half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. With 5:55 to play in the third quarter. And now they will go for 2. And if I'm Macon, I'm betting the house that Callahan's going to run it again on a similar play. They'll go for 2. In motion. And they're going to hand it off on the jet sweep. And that's going to be a face mask, I think, as Parker on the jet sweep carry, and it looked like a defender got him by the grill on the way through, and that's exactly right.
Bowden Pillars, number 38 for Macon.
So that'll be a half the distance to the goal, penalty of a whopping 1 yard, and they'll try it again. 35-24. This is kind of a big deal. They could get it down to a touchdown and a field goal if they can, or less than a touchdown and a field goal if they can convert this. This time Callahan's going to run it off left tackle, and he pushes the pile, and he's in.
First time Bowling Green is converted after a touchdown so far in this game. Haven't done it yet until now.
5:55 to play. 35 Macon, 26 Bowling Green. You're listening to District Football on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Tonight's game on KJFM brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, People's Bank and Trust, and Pogue Ford.
Well, Austin Callahan did his thing from the quarterback position on that drive and went in for the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to cut the lead down to 9 at 35-26. And back into this football game as we still have 5:55 to play in the third quarter, as we've had a scoring outburst in this third quarter.
You got it down to single digits now. It's still a two-score game, but you need to stop here. You can't allow another long, sustained touchdown drive for Macon.
Niemeyer will kick this, and Blaze will take it at the 18-yard line. He doesn't have a whole lot of running room. He'll get it out across the 25.
They went for the strip there, but couldn't pry it out of Blaze's hand.
It worked once. The opening kickoff of this half, Blaze fumbled it. Bowling Green was able to recover and punched it in for their first touchdown of the second half. So Macon will have it from their own 23, maybe 24-yard line, 1st and 10. And one thing that's happened in this half is the defense for neither team has been able to stop anyone.
Yeah.
As we run up and down the field in this third quarter, whose defense is going to find their way? Twins to the left, twins to the right this time for Macon as the Bowling Green defense shuffles around. Klaus will take it. They'll hand it off straight up the gut to Mitchell. Defense is there that time. He'll get out across the 25-yard line, however.
It looked like it caused a little confusion, all that movement on the Bowling Green defense at front.
Actually, I have to check myself. It was Reichenberg on the carry that time. Now Mitchell's back in the game. So a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Macon. Twins to the right, or to the left, I should say, this time. Single receiver to the right with the tight end and a slot back to the left. They'll hand it to Mitchell up the middle this time. He'll get it out across the 30 to about the 33. That'll be close to the yard mark to gain. I think he may be about a yard short, however. He will. It'll be 3rd and a long 1 for the Tigers. Down to 4:45 to play in the 3rd. 35-26, Macon on top. Bowling Green needs to stop.
And short situations have been where Bowling Green is zeroed in on the run and ended up giving up long passes.
You got to watch that play action. This time Klaus is going to keep it. He's on the loose once again. Breaks it to the outside. He's at the 50 into Bowling Green territory, and he's just going to run out of bounds at about the 40. Well, check that 38-yard line. Well, let's see where he stepped out. Looks like they're going to mark it right at the 40. So big gain that time. They faked the handoff up the middle, and as you said, Bowling Green bit. Klaus kept it and went around left end for a big gain. Down to the Bowling Green 40-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. On the move once again. Whose defense can get a stop? That's the question.
And does Macon's have to?
Exactly. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left this time. Klaus in the backfield, and we've got movement on the offensive line. And number 75 puts his hands to his head. So I'm guessing he's the culprit.
That's usually a pretty good sign.
Kind of giving yourself up when you do that, aren't you?
Max Cook, 75 for the Tigers with 4:20 to go here in the quarter.
Rather than do that, you ought to point at the guy next to you and go, hey, it was him. No, it wasn't me. So it'll be 2nd down and about 14 for Macon. Klaus. Play fake, or actually it's 1st down, I should say, and he's going to throw it deep and good coverage that time. In fact, Blaze had to go over the top of Hunter Smith, who was back there on good coverage, or Smith would have intercepted that pass. Great coverage.
He's lucky that there was an offensive pass interference called on that play.
You are correct. So it'll be 2nd and 15 for Macon.
2nd and 15.
Hunter Smith about got his head ripped off.
Yeah, he was shaking his head as he came out of that mess. Reichenberg takes it on the jet sweep coming right towards us, cuts it up inside, but he's going to be hit. He'll pick up a yard or 2, but it'll be 3rd and long for the Tigers. Good defensive pursuit that time. Starks in on the play, along with, like big number 75, if I'm not mistaken, Tristan Smith. And it'll be 3rd and 13 for the Tigers. Under 4 minutes, 3:40 to play in the 3rd. Bowling Green needs a stop. Get a stop here and score, and we got a football game. Klaus on 3rd down. Sends 2 receivers to his left, single receiver to his right. And we've got motion and a flag.
Flag came all the way back from the back judge.
Delay a game. Didn't get the play off. Oh, my. That's a cardinal sin there.
That'll drive a coach nuts.
Without question. So they'll mark 5 off, and it'll come back to the 48-yard line of Bowling Green, where it'll be 3rd and 18. They've got to go to the 30-yard line of Bowling Green for the 1st down, do the Tigers.
Still 32-21, Monroe City leading Clopton-Ellsbury.
Trips to the right this time, single receiver to the left. Class with Mitchell in the backfield. He'll hand it to Mitchell straight up the middle once again. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, and he'll take a big pop. Callahan hit him. He was
for
corralled.
That shoulder in there.
Yeah, number 55 had him corralled. That's Tristan Charlton. And then Callahan finished him off, so it'll be 4th and 10 for Macon. Let's see if they want to punt it away. I'm punting it if it's me, trying to pin Bowling Green back. But they're going to go for it. Watch out for the play-action pass here. Watch the fake in the middle, and then the pass into the flat. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Mitchell in the backfield with Kloss. He's going to roll to his right, look to pass. He throws it. He's got a receiver wide open. That's Blaze, and he'll step out of bounds at the 26-yard line. And there's a flag on the play. That may be ineligible downfield where that receiver is, or where that flag is. And that's exactly what it's going to be.
Illegal man downfield for the Tigers.
So that'll nullify the first down.
It's a big break for the Bobcats.
Ooh, isn't it, though? Stop that drive.
Replay 4th down.
As they're talking to each other, the officials are, as I like to call it, a little Geneva convention by the officials. As
Macon's still trying to plead their case.
Yeah, Blake Kloss is up debating. Not that this is really up for debate. I think it's a 3-yard. They've got 3 yards they can be within. They are arguing that the lineman was within that 3 yards. Officials do not agree, so they'll mark it back to the 45-yard line, and it'll be 4th and 15. Now will they punt it away?
It looks like they're changing out some personnel now.
Well, we know that Bowling Green's got a punt return weapon in Fleming. He's going to go back deep. Macon's going to come out like they're going to run their offense. Will it be a little pooch kick? Yep, now they're going to drop back.
Yep, ran out of time again.
Another flag, and we got another delay of game. Rickmeyer dropped back, and Rickenberg, I should say. I keep wanting to call him Meyer. He's going to drop back and punt it, but they took too long. Second delay of the game play on this drive. So now it's all the way back to the 50. They had a first down at the 21-yard line, and with all the penalties, they're now at 4th and a whole bunch. 20 to be exact, from the 50. The punt is away. Oh, it's a big, long spiral, too. Turns over and hits at the – I thought it hit out of bounds, didn't it?
Nope. Right on the sideline and just deadened.
Looked like one of your wedge shots at the 10-yard line, and that's where the Bobcats will have it. But they hold, and they're still in this football game, trailing 35-26. They have a 1:36 to play in the second half, third quarter. But they've got to go 90 yards, Mark, and
that's tough.
It is.
But I mean, they have proven time and again in this game that they can move the ball. It's just stick all those points on there, and you've got like a 5-point game right now.
Callahan is going to be back at quarterback for the Bobcats.
Extra points matter, and I think Bowling Green's learned that a few times this year.
Man, it's definitely going to play into this game if it stays the way it is. Trips to the right. Callahan's going to take it. Fakes the handoff. He'll keep it. Runs off right tackle. Breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Moves forward out across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. So a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Cats. I think if you're Macon, don't you have to put everybody in the box? Because since Callahan's come in the game, he hasn't even acted like he wanted to pass it. It's just a run. He's going to keep it again. They fake the handoff. He runs it off right tackle. Now he's on the loose. Out across the 30. Breaks the tackle. Cuts it back inside. He's at the 45. Now at the 50. Still on the run to the 40, and he's going to be tracked down from behind by his counterpart quarterback, Kloss. But not until he's in Macon territory down to the 36-yard line, and that play looked like it should have been stopped 2 or 3 times. And Callahan just kept churning.
He's got some energy pent up, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Huge gain on the play into Macon territory at the 36. Cats have it 1st and 10, trailing by 9, 35-26, down to 42 seconds to play in the third. Trips to the right once again. Callahan, he'll fake the handoff. No, actually this time he gives it to Dieters. They were running a little option look, and he didn't get it pulled out quick enough, and by the time he gave it to Dieters, the defense had collapsed. Looks like Dieters is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Macon 36-yard line.
So, yeah, I think they're going to let the final 10 seconds run off the clock, and we'll go to the fourth quarter.
You've got it exactly right, and that'll do it for the third. The Macon Tigers 35, the Bowling Green Bobcats 26. Your fourth quarter's next on Eagle 102.
Hi, this is Kelsey Henderson, RN Case Manager for Pike County Home Health. Pike County Home Health offers a variety of services from skilled nursing to rehabilitation therapies. Home health is covered 100% by Medicare, and we accept most forms of insurance. Our caregivers work with your doctor and design a plan of care specifically for your needs and abilities. Our goal is to help you take control of your treatment, prevent future declines in your health, and improve your safety at home. If you have any questions or home health needs, please contact us at 573-324-2111 or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Hey, this is Tyler from Mid-America Auto and Towing. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. If we don't have what you're looking for, then we'll find it. Mid-America Auto and Towing is located off Highway 54 across from KJFM. We offer a minimum of 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty, state inspections, diagnostics, engine and brake repair, and preventative maintenance. Mid-America Auto and Towing just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green is a one-stop shop. For 24-hour towing and roadside assistance, call 324-9919. Like us on Facebook or check out our website at midamericaautoandtowing.com.
Tonight's game on KJFM Radio is brought to you by the Mercantile Bank, Bowling Green Tractor, and County Market in Louisiana.
14-7 scoring advantage for the Bobcats in the third quarter. And they're back in the game, trailing 35-26, and they are on the move into Macon territory at their 36-yard line as we start the fourth quarter. Mark Fornick, Jim Ross with you. Glad to have you with us. This is going to be a good one. Two backs in the backfield, this time with Callahan. He'll fake the handoff, and he's going to throw it. Throws it up for Deontay Fleming. He catches it, and it goes out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Maybe got away with a little push. But a high arcing pass from Callahan to Fleming, and Fleming steps out of bounds at the 8-yard line, maybe 7.5 if you will, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Bobcats. Oh, my.
Yeah, his first pass in a long time was a pretty one.
He kind of threw like a shot put, too, boy, but it was right on the money as Fleming made some distance or separation. And so here they come again, 1st and goal. Dieters on the carry. He'll go around right in, gets near the 5-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it just shy of the 5-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and goal from just outside the 5. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter.
Update from Monroe City. Clopton-Ellsbury has scored. They now trail 32-29.
So a ball game in Monroe as well. Bowling Green on the move. 2nd and goal from the 5. Two backs in the backfield with Callahan. Callahan's going to fake it, and now he's going to run. Tries to get to the corner. Will he get to the flag? He dives, and he's in for the touchdown. Austin Callahan with a 5-yard run. And Bowling Green can cut the lead to 1 with the 2-point conversion. 11:08 to play in the football game, and it is on here at Bowling Green High School. Let's see what they're going to do. Will they go for 2? I would guess they probably will. And they will. Callahan with Dieters in the backfield with him as they look to the sideline for the play call. Single receiver to the right and to the left. 2 tight ends on the line to the right. So power to the right formation. They hand it to Dieters. He's going to go around the end, cuts it back inside, and he's in for the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion.
Dieters' run is good, and it's a 1-point game with 11:08 to play in the football game. Macon 35, Bowling Green 34. You're listening to the District Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Craig's Truck and Tractor, Old Tops Pawn Shop, and Brown's Processing.
Austin Callahan with a 5-yard run. Dieters with a 2-point conversion run, and it's a 1-point football game here at Bowling Green. Gavin Dieters with the 2-point conversion run, 35-34. And Mark, when we talked about halftime, what needed to happen, it's basically exactly what's happened.
Well, what's happened is Callahan has completely taken over this game. 3 second-half touchdowns now for Bowling Green.
Without question. Niemeyer to kick it away. Macon not convinced he's not going to kick it short. Blaze and Rickenberg are back deep. Niemeyer will kick it. It'll be a line drive right up the middle, caught by an up back at about the 28. He's going to be tackled at the 35-yard line. That was J. Dean Wayman, or check that, Latrell Douglas on the return for Macon. So they'll have it in pretty good field position at their own 35-yard line. A couple other scores for you. South Shelby, Mark Twain, they're tied at 14. That's late in the third. Hannibal 35-0 over Zumwalt East. Brookfield's trailing Richmond 48-22. Harrisburg over Paris 30-16. That's in the fourth. So a lot of games coming down to the end as we are here at Bowling Green. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Klaas rolls to his right on the option, pitches it to Mitchell. He's going to break a tackle, still on his feet over on the far sideline, and is knocked out of bounds at about the 39-yard line, where it'll be a gain of about 4, I believe. Or are they going to mark it at they're going to say a gain of 3 as they mark it at the 38. 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Boy, a defensive stop here for the Cats would be huge.
Oh, definitely. But you can't allow a 1 or 2 yard loss to turn into a 3-yard gain. You got to wrap up that first hit.
Without a question. And watch Klaas. He's been the one that's been able to get loose. And they haven't thrown it. They haven't thrown it this half, I don't think, have they? Maybe one time. But that was called back on a penalty. And Klaas is going to throw it now. He's under heavy pressure. He's going to run out of it. Avoids the sack and turns it into positive yardage out across the 40. And when he was flung down, they flung him a couple yards forward. So they'll mark it at about the 41-yard line.
3rd and 4.
Big third down play here for the Bobcat defense.
Ball placed at the 41-yard line.
Can they stop them? Probably 4 down. I don't know. With a 1-point lead, you may have to punt it away. We'll see. That'll be a tough decision. That's why Coach Klaas gets paid the big money. But Bowling Green's got to stop them first. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Klaas looks to pass. Throws it into the flat, and it's caught by Blaze. Check that. It's Reckberg, and he's on the loose, and he's going to go all the way. Came out of the backfield into the flat, and he goes 58 yards on the pass from Klaas. Reichenberg for the touchdown. Goodness.
Just over a minute after Bowling Green pulled within 1.
Unbelievable. Well, we talked about him not passing it, and just out of the backfield to the running back. Had a linebacker on him that couldn't track him down, and he's in for the touchdown. Long way to go in this game. The extra point by Lewis, or check that, Watts, is up and good. So with 9:55 to play, Macon 42, Bowling Green 34. You're listening to District High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Hello, this is Mary Millen from Community State Bank of Missouri. Some financial institutions make you go through a lot of red tape to get a loan. But at Community State Bank, we try to keep things simple. When you talk with us, you're talking to the people who make decisions. Next time you need a loan for whatever reason, come see us. You'll be glad you did. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tonight's action is being brought to you by Liggins Flooring, Midwest Pest Professionals, and Eolia Landscaping Supply.
Got an update from Brentwood as Brentwood leads Louisiana 41-0. That one's getting late as well.
I believe it's a final now.
Is
41-0, yeah, is the final.
I'm imagining that Clark County Van Far game has been final for a bit.
I would guess. Troy defeats Hickman. That's interesting, 14-6. Troy's program on the rise under Coach Nesbitt. Back here, it's 42-34, Macon on top. And they will kick it away. Watts is going to kick it on the ground. It's going to be fumbled on the ground by an upback. Somebody better get on it, and they do. The Cats fall on it just in the nick of time.
Well, of all places, that ball ends up between your feet, and you can't find it.
Spinning around. And, yeah, that was almost
that is the worst place.
Bloopers type stuff.
That's the worst place a ball can end up. A loose ball is right between your feet. You'll never find it.
Keel was Johnny on the spot to fall on it. And so good field position at the 35-yard line. Let's see if the Cats can hustle down the field and score with 9:51 to play. They're trailing by 2 scores here. Late in this football game, Callahan takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Dieters. Dieters looks to break it outside, cuts it inside now at about the 39-yard line. It looks like where they'll mark it, so he'll gain about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
3 on the play brings up a 2nd down for the Bobcats.
Clock runs down to 9:32. Bowling Green has 2 timeouts left, Macon with all 3 of theirs. A stop here for Macon will make life challenging for the Bobcats.
Touchdown and 2-point conversion ties the game, though.
They got to keep them moving. Callahan takes the snap. He'll throw it into the left flat. It's caught on the far sideline and tackled just short of the first down at about the 45-yard line. Parker on the catch for the Cats.
Klaus, first down saving tackle there for Macon.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 from the 45. Bowling Green's going to go into the hurry-up. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Callahan's got Fleming out here by himself in man coverage. He'll fake the hand. I know he's going to hand it off. And Dieters is going to be tackled short. Maybe a loss of a yard or half a yard on the carry. And it'll be 4th down, and they will have to go for it. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's 4th and 1. This could be the football game right here. Biggest play of the game so far. Callahan with trips to the left, single receiver to the right. He'll take it himself and run it off tackle. He's going to have the first down. Short of the 50-yard line, but a first down for Callahan. Out to about the 39-yard line. Still in Bowling Green territory. Clock's down to 8 minutes to play in the game as they crank the clock after they set the sticks. Bobcats send Twins to the right this time. Looks like a single receiver to the left. They look to the sideline and get the play call. Callahan with Dieters in the backfield to his left. Takes the snap, he'll fake the handoff and runs the other way. A little misdirection. He's got 10 yards on the carry and then some out across the 40 into Macon territory down to about the 38-yard line. So Callahan, Mark, has been a beast here in this second half.
He's been everything for these Bobcats.
He's basically been the offense, as Macon has not had an answer for him. First down for the Bobcats at the Macon 38-yard line. Down to 7:18 to play in the game, trailing by 8. Callahan hands it off on the jet sweep. Is that Parker? It is, and he stops, and that was a mistake.
Yep.
As soon as he put on the brakes to try and change field, the defense closed quickly. Blaze in there, along with Nick Wyatt, and a loss of, we'll call it 3. We'll call it 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. Clock down to 6:40. Not Bowling Green's friend at this point. However, they do have 2 timeouts left, so no real concerns with that.
Monroe City has scored. They lead Clopton-Ellsbury 38-29.
On 2nd down, Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Callahan on a play action pass. Going to look to pass. Throws it up for Fleming. And he makes the catch at the 5, and he's knocked out of bounds.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. That's in that territory of ineligible downfield, and that's exactly what it's going to be.
However,
everything's going to be called back. Oh, my. Fleming's got about, probably 6 or 8 inches on that cornerback, and they just throw it up, and he's jumped up over the top of him.
Boy,
and that's
I'd hate to say it was an even-up call, but now both teams have an ineligible call against them.
Well, I'm guaranteeing you the coaches will look at the tape tomorrow, and they'll know for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, may look at the tape tonight.
Yeah.
We'll replay 2nd down.
Especially if you don't have a game next week, they're going to be looking at that tape.
So it'll be 2nd and 13 now for the Bobcats. Ball back at the 41 and a half maybe yard line.
They never marched off a penalty. They put it back at the previous spot.
I was wondering about that. Now the officials are going to get together and chat it up a little bit. Is that penalty from the line of scrimmage or from where the receiver or the...
You would think it'd be the previous spot.
You would think. The ball was actually on about the 38-yard line. My memory serves me right before that play.
No, it was...
And they only marked off.
After the 2-yard loss, it was back at the 40.
Okay, all right. Well, they'll get this sorted out momentarily. There's 6:20 to play in the game. 42-34, Macon on top. Bowling Green on the move as they try and figure out where this ball should be after the penalty.
Now they go backward.
So they mark off 5 yards back to the 46-yard line. So it'll be 2nd.
The ball is now spotted at the Macon 46
and about 19
line.
for
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
Clopton-Ellsbury has scored again.
That game's up and down, too.
Yeah, it's 38-36.
Callahan's going to fake the jet sweep, keeps the ball off right tackle, gets across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line. Well short of the first down yardage. So it'll be 3rd, and they've got to get to about the, 29. So 3rd and about 15 for the Bobcats, with the clock running down to 5:50. Twins to the right, Twins to the left this time. Receiver in the slot as well. Callahan by himself drops back, blitz is on. He'll throw it up high. It's intended for Fleming, but it's out of bounds that time and will fall incomplete. And it'll be 4th down.
For Bowling Green.
That was an uncatchable ball. I think there was a lot of contact down the sideline.
Yeah, the ball was out of bounds. So, it didn't really have much of an effect on it. So there's a whistle on the field, and Coach K, biggest play of the game, 4th and long. He'll call a timeout. They'll set it up. 5:34 to play in the game. 42-34, Macon on top. You're listening to District Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
If you are in the market for a car, whether you're looking for a new or used vehicle, make sure you visit Bowling Green Chevrolet. Their selection will surprise you with prices that can't be beat. Bowling Green Chevrolet is just off Highway 61 at the South Bowling Green exit. Once you get there, you'll see why Bowling Green Chevrolet is the #1 dealership in the area. Check it out for yourself. Bowling Green Chevrolet, where you'll always feel at home.
Tonight's game on KJFM brought to you by Outlaw Lawn and Landscaping, Hinky Construction, and Meyer Implement.
Welcome back to Bowling Green High School. I think Mark told you Monroe City leads Clopton-Ellsbury 38-36, so quite a barn burner of a game up there as well. 4th and 15 here. This will go a long way towards deciding this football game. Callahan with twins to the left, twins to the right. Dieter's in the backfield with him. Parker will go in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Callahan's going to throw it. He's hit as he throws it, and it's picked off. Picked off by Klaas at the 14-yard line, so the first turnover of the game may be the nail in the coffin for the Bobcats. However, no worse than a punt, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, if you can stop them 3 and out here, you get the ball back, still good field position, still a lot of time to score a touchdown.
Problem is Bowling Green's down to, I believe, 1 timeout left, so they can't give up more than maybe 1 first down or they're going to be in a peck of trouble. So let's see what Macon wants to do with the football on their own 14-yard line. Twins to the right, twins to the left. Klaas at quarterback, and he'll hand it off up the middle to Mitchell.
Good stop on first down.
Gain of looks like maybe 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Clock continues to tick. Now for sure the clock is not the Bowling Green Bobcats' friend. They'll let it run this time, and we'll see what happens on 2nd down. 2nd and 9, down to 5 minutes to play in the game. 42-34, Macon on top. They have the football. Single receiver to the right this time. Single receiver to the left. Double tight ends. Now they'll bring one in motion, fake the handoff. Klaas is going to keep it off left tackle. He's on the loose. He's at the 45. Now he turns on the Jets. Can he outrun everybody? At the 50, at the 45.
He slid down.
And he slid down.
I think he did that on purpose to keep this clock running.
It looked like he did. All the way into Bowling Green territory at the 36-yard line.
Bowling Green burns their last time out.
They do. And now they're in a peck of trouble. We'll step aside as well. 4:37 to play in the game. 42-34 Macon. You're listening to District Football on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Bowling Green Chevrolet, and Family Drug.
Well, the fake to the inside, Mitchell and Klaas on the loose. He actually ran that play in the first quarter and went 67 yards for the touchdown. This time he goes about 60 yards and then slid down to keep the clock running and make Bowling Green burn their final timeout. So it's 1st and 10 for Macon at the Bowling Green 36-yard line. And 4:37 to play in the game. So 1 first down or more, and they're in trouble, are the Cats. Mitchell straight up the gut. The play that's worked ad nauseum actually tonight. And then they fake the handoff on a little option look, and Klaas has been able to get free a number of times, and that's kind of been the 2 plays that have been the Achilles heel for the Bobcats tonight. Gain of about 3. It's 2nd and 7. Clock down to 4 minutes. It'll be under 4 minutes before they run this play.
They're going to take every second, every play now.
And Klaas, we think he's the coach's son, so you know he knows how to manage a football game, manage the clock. It's down to 2, and they snap it at 1. Class is going to keep it. Goes around right tackle, cuts it back into the inside, across the 30, down to about the 28 maybe, and it'll be third and about 2 for Macon. They mark it at about the 28, I believe. And it'll be third and 2 as the clock continues to run. 3:23. Play clock at 19. So it'll be about 3 minutes before they snap this ball. They're definitely in 4-down territory right here. Klaus with Mitchell in the backfield with him. Single receiver to the left. Bunch of tight ends in the game. They'll hand it to Mitchell. He'll go off right tackle. He's on the loose. Gets out across the inside the 20. Still on his feet. Down inside the 15, it looks like. And that will give them the first down. And that may be all she wrote for the Bowling Green Bobcats. First down and 10 inside the 15. Looks like it's marked at about the 14, maybe 13.5-yard line. And we're down to 2:45 to play in the ball game.
We need Callahan to put that cast back on his hand and try and punch out a fumble here.
Yeah, Macon's not concerned necessarily about scoring. If they do, that's fine. But they're more concerned about running clock. Klaus will hand it off to Mitchell. He'll head around left end, looks for a block, cuts it back up inside across the 10 down near the 5-yard line. Looks like they'll mark him at about the 6.
Mitchell, the ball carrier.
And it'll be second down, and we'll call it 3.
Gain of 7 on the play brings up a
cold starting to get to you, isn't it?
Yeah. Down to 2 minutes to play in the game. 20 seconds on the play clock. Again, Macon will be in no hurry whatsoever. If they score here, that certainly seals the game. But again, they're in no rush. Klaus with Mitchell. He'll hand it to Mitchell. He'll go straight up the middle.
Good stop.
He is stopped inside the 5, maybe a gain of 1. Looks like he's going to be short of the first down, so it'll be 3rd and 1. They'll give him a gain of 2. And the clock down to 1:24. So one more play, and we'll be inside of a minute. If they get the first down, they'll just kneel on it from there on out.
Yes, they will.
3rd and 1 from the 4 of the Bowling Green Bobcats. Macon, Klaus with Mitchell in the backfield with him. Twins to the right, twins to the left. Now he goes up under center. He's going to run a little quarterback sneak.
He got it.
Did he get the first down?
Klaus with the quarterback keeper.
Oh, they're going to say no.
Well, they haven't given a first down signal yet, have they?
But they changed it on the down marker over there.
It is good for a first down. So 52 seconds to play, and they'll crank the clock. And Macon, I don't know, they may very well just kneel on it. Leading 42-34, play clock at 16.
That would be the sportsman thing to do.
It would. Generally speaking, Macon is good about that kind of thing, and they are going to go into the victory formation. Klaus will take the snap, and he'll kneel it with 25 seconds, and that's going to do it. They'll be able to run the clock out. A gallant fight, a gallant battle in this game today. The Cats hung in there as long as they could, but they were unable to stop Klaus when they needed to, and the Macon Tigers are going to win this game by the final score of 42-34. Your postgame show's next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM, sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Welcome back to Bowling Green High School. Jim Ross, Mark Froenig with you. We had a dandy football game here, Mark, but Bowling Green just didn't have enough.
Yeah, and, they came into the second half of this one trailing 28-12. Callahan returns his quarterback for the first time since early on in this season. It was a boost for Bowling Green. They got it within a point at one point, but just couldn't hold back the Macon offense, and they were good. Klaus and that offense were fantastic tonight.
And of all things, they ran the ball, Macon did, up and down the field pretty much the entire game. Well, both teams moved the football. We can't say that. But a little swing pass underneath to the running back out of the backfield that went 58 yards with the score 35-34, and that was the difference in the game as they were able to make the extra point and stretch the lead out to 8 and then ran the clock out on their final possession of the game.
You got to hand it to Coach Klaus and the Macon Tigers, though. They did everything they had to do coming in here. Probably not exactly happy about being on the road in week one, the matching 4-5 records coming to the ball game, and they took care of business. They brought the band along, they brought their fans along, and they played it like it was a home game.
They did, and it wasn't over till the end. As you said, they were trailing. Bowling Green was trailing 28-12, and Macon was getting the ball to start the second half, but a big fumble on the opening kick in the second half. Bowling Green was able to convert. Callahan actually scored twice in the third quarter. Klaus answered in between those two touchdowns. And then Callahan back again early in the fourth to make it that 1-point game. Bowling Green had the ball and was driving, but just couldn't score. They threw an interception on 4th and about 14 late in the fourth quarter, which really was no different than a punt. Mm-hmm. There was 5 minutes and some change to go in the game. And Macon was able to run the clock out. Ran that complete 5 minutes. I think it was 5:38 to go. They were able to run it, got inside the 5-yard line and knelt on the ball, showing good sportsmanship on the road and win the football game.
And the killer penalty, though, that ineligible downfield turned that 1st and goal into, second and 18 at that point.
Yeah, all the way back to the 48-yard line. Yeah, from inside the 10 back to the 48-yard line. That was huge for sure.
They're still going at Monroe City, by the way. The Panthers scored to make it 44-36, but were held back on the 2-point conversion attempt. So the game is an 8-point game, and Clopton-Ellsbury has the ball. And their last check, they were around midfield. Saw someone live tweeting that one.
What a game that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's well, I'm sure we'll be here. We may not. Yeah, we'll be here for that. We won't get out of here before that's over with.
We'll stay with it. We'll take a break and break this one down. Name our primetime player for the final Bowling Green game of the season, and a lot more as we continue on the Eagle 102 postgame show.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
The Mercantile Bank in Louisiana says now's the time to sign up for online banking and bill pay. You won't have to get out in the weather. With online banking, you can bank day or night from your home, office, or anywhere with internet access. Check account balances, view checks, and much more. Stop in today to learn more about online banking and bill pay at the Mercantile Bank, downtown Louisiana. Your hometown bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hi, this is John. I'm one of the pharmacists you see at Family Drug in Louisiana and the Bowling Green Pharmacy. We're right here with personal and prompt service, giving you the answers about your medications. If you're new in town, come get acquainted. If you're one of our regulars, thank you. You are always welcome to come in and just say hi. The right people, the right service, right downtown. Family Drug, 3rd in Georgia in Louisiana, and the Bowling Green Pharmacy on the square in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, as you can see on the video, the 17 seniors on this Bowling Green football team are going through a line with all the other players as their careers in high school have come to an end tonight as the Macon Tigers come to town and defeat them by the final score of 42-34. And Mark's trying to keep track of the Monroe City Clopton-Ellsbury game, and while he's doing that, I'll run
a minute left, and Clopton-Ellsbury has it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, holy smokes!
They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it, so they're in a similar situation that Bowling Green was in on their final drive, but they got the field position now.
I'll tell you some final scores while we wait for that one. North Shelby beats Bramer in an 8-man game, 76-7. Brentwood over Louisiana, 41-0. Centralia 52, MMA 6. These are all finals. Clark County defeats Van Far 59. Van Far Community 59-14.
So Van Far pitched a shutout in the second half.
Yes, and scored 14 points to boot. Yeah.
So they win the second half but lose the game.
Palmyra 44, Highland 12. That game was close early on. Richmond defeats Brookfield 48-22. Hannibal leads Fort Zumwalt East 49-0. That's late in the fourth. South Shelby late in the fourth leads Mark Twain 28-20. Harrisburg over Paris in the fourth still 30-22. And, of course, we're waiting to see if Clopton-Ellsbury can punch it in late against Monroe City and have a chance to tie that game. Well, we need Clopton-Ellsbury to win, or our football season, broadcasting season, is going to come to an end as Van Far fell.
Clopton-Ellsbury, I think they got it across the goal line, but penalty flags flew. So,
oh boy,
lots of them. So they're trying to sort that out. But there's under 20 seconds to go in that game.
Holy smokes. Unbelievable.
Well, we'll take one more break, and how about we, when we come back, we'll name our primetime player and give you the final of that Indian Hawks game against Monroe City.
That'll work.
All right, we'll take a break, come back with more on the Eagle 102 postgame show.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Some combinations were just meant to go together. Burger and fries.
Order up.
Washer and dryer. Online and dating.
Ooh, swipe right.
At State Farm, there's another combination meant to go together. Home and auto. As in combining your home and auto insurance with one agent. Which leads to another combination, saving dollars and cents. Your State Farm agent is here to help life go right. Combine home and auto and see how much you can save.
Visit Cindy Blaylock Agency in Louisiana.
Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, new owner of Mike's Tire and Service Center. See Mike's Tire and Service Center in Bowling Green for all your automotive and tire needs. Mike's features 24-hour tire service, and when it's time to replace those tires, Mike's has great deals on several brands, ensuring they have the perfect tire for your vehicle. Mike's Tire and Service Center additionally offers alignments, tune-ups, oil changes, struts, state and DOT inspections, air conditioning services, brakes, shocks, custom exhausts, as well as minor repairs. Mike's Tire and Service Center, business 61 North in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, that one is a final. Clopton-Ellsbury's season comes to an end. They lose 44-36 to the Monroe City Panthers. So Monroe City's season continues. They hold their 2 seed and defeat the Indian Hawks here. A mild upset, really 2 equal teams. Macon gets past Bowling Green by a final of 42-34, and it's all we have left to do now is award our primetime player for tonight, and kind of a no-brainer. Bowling Green in this game because of the play of their original starting quarterback back to start the second half at QB, Austin Callahan. 3 touchdowns in the second half, including the 2 in the first couple of minutes of the third quarter to get Bowling Green within a point at one point, and really a difference maker in this game.
Completed a couple of passes, one of which was called back by ineligible downfield, which actually had some bearing in the outcome of this football game.
Yeah.
But played well in the second half, and actually, had some decent runs in the first half out of his wide receiver slot back position as well. So congratulations to Austin Callahan.
Our final again, 42-34, and appears that our football season here on KJFM has come to an end. So next time we see you, we'll be on the hardwood.
I think I heard an announcement that basketball winter sports practice starts on Monday.
There you go. We'll get in the gym and practice as well. How about that?
Yeah, well, I think we're well beyond that.
Our final again, 42-34 for Jim Ross. Mark Froenig saying good night from Bowling Green.
You've been listening to the Eagle 102 Area High School Football Game of the Week. Tonight's game was brought to you by
Bowling Green Chevrolet, cellular and satellite.